Wait, no tienes, oh, there you go.
Come on, dude. You're a Marine, dude. You should open this with your butt cheeks. I don't know. I don't know what Marines do.
Not that.
It's like, not that.
Welcome to the podcast
First ever.
with no name. We have Adrian,
Hello.
aka A-Rod,
Hey.
aka
Chingo.
Sensitive Dude, aka
Hey, dick.
Mr. Emo.
No, no.
And then we have
I'm good. Bitch.
Carlos, aka Lowe's, aka
Ducky.
Ducky, aka Sifu, aka
Seafood Ducky McQueen.
Seafood Ducky McQueen.
Okay.
We have Hassan,
Very
aka Rizvi, aka Hassan, aka the man.
Woke. A.K.A. Woke.
We have Alan, aka
Boss man.
There you go.
Boss Man,
AKA Boss.
aka
Here's how to use it to a podcast.
AK Man.
Okay, yeah.
And we
Got
have
it.
Moses, aka the messenger of God.
And you
Pilot.
know, that was in my Letterman jacket on high
I
school.
was going to talk about that.
You guys remember that shit?
I do remember.
Does anybody still have their Lettermans?
I still have
I
it.
still
in my
have
house.
mine.
I have no idea where the fuck my Letterman is.
It's like dust.
Yeah.
My mom
Hell
found
yeah,
mine.
ROTC.
I don't have a Letterman.
Bro, you weren't in ROTC, bro. That's why.
Damn, dude.
You need to go back 10 years and.
He married into it though.
I sure did.
Yeah. This is like his grandfather did.
Legally, he was in it.
Good one.
Yeah, we're all in high school, man. Yep. Everyone here is high school, same high school.
Y'all go to Taylor? Everybody went to Taylor?
Well,
Oh, wait,
No, I
Elsick.
mean,
Me and Hustle went to Elsick.
Oh, okay. Good.
I'm the only Hastings guy, am I?
You're the only oddball over here.
So 3 Taylors, 2 L6,
And one Hastings.
and 1 Hastings.
I got
Well,
a
we all know
ladies'
each other from
restroom.
JRTC. Really get to use it now?
Or affiliation.
Get the bubblies.
We just started the podcast. He's
No,
got
I-
a pee.
No, I got more than pee. I got the little bubblies. That's cool. We're
Yeah,
good.
hold
I'm
it a
good.
little
Bro,
bit.
Roll it in.
you haven't even eaten yet, bro.
It's the
Eaten-
bear.
Are you a
18
rabbit? You gotta
Eaten. No, I had it right first.
Or 8.
eat. Just
Has anybody eaten rabbit?
No.
it's
No?
very lean. And
It's good?
Look, if you kill a rabbit, just cut the little foot. I want to carry the foot around.
Doesn't
Want a
look
rabbit's foot.
oh my god,
They got them in Hong Kong
superstitious.
City Mall.
Hey, man.
I'm sure.
Nah, it ain't legit like that. I want somebody to
Stephanie
somebody I
would
know.
They
Yes.
want a live
kill
rat.
fresh.
Stephanie is gonna be pissed.
I mean, she can be pissed all she
I love
wants. Hey,
rabbits.
Stephanie, I'm just kidding.
I had a pet rabbit.
No, que lo culo.
Hey, you know what? Let's not get started because you.
Dude, I guess. Dude.
God.
I got a perfect topic, Adrian.
Don't. Why you gotta do that, dude? She's like, what is that topic he's talking about?
I have no idea. I'm making shit up as
All
I
right,
how
all right.
she
First
sounds?
topic.
First off,
Animal
bitch.
animal cruelty
What did he
for
say?
or against.
Damn.
How you be for?
Free range is okay.
It
but
depends.
like,
It depends.
All right,
Okay, look,
guys.
it's what-
important announcement. Our order is on the way.
all right.
Sweet. Okay.
Oh my gosh, we care more about the food than this podcast.
We literally spent like 30 minutes to like, decide what's up, what everyone's gonna eat, and like how much everyone's
Yeah.
gonna pay.
All right.
I bet you when the pizza comes, we're all dropping the mics. We're just gonna eat.
Is
We're
is
gonna-
alcohol?
We're going to put this on pause.
What'd you say?
Okay.
Well, I mean,
is
that-
alcohol
No,
a
there's
drug?
no pause.
It's alcohol.
that when the pizza
No
comes.
pausing.
Wait, there's no pausing? Oh
No.
wow.
Hey, when the pizza comes, it's one of those moments where you introduce, you go to commercial break and you introduce your sponsor. In this case, it'd be Pizza Hut. Have it your way.
Wait.
Isn't that?
Wait, no, that's Subway. I'm sorry.
Is that
guys.
what that one?
You can have Pizza Hut your way too. All right.
Wait, that's Burger King. That's Have It Your Way.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Eat fresh at Subway, dog.
Eat fresh.
Eat
Oh.
fresh. It's that perfect.
Nobody outdoes the hut.
Nobody else does
Yeah.
it. They need a better.
That's-
Hey, Pizza
that's
Hut, if you're
the
listening, y'all need a
Pizza
better
Hut.
logo.
That's pretty
Slogan.
cool. Actually,
No,
that's pretty
no,
badass.
Okay, I think we could all agree
Nobody
Caesar's
outdoes-
Pizza is the very bottom, right?
Yeah.
CC's
Little
Pizza?
Caesars?
No,
Caesars?
no,
I'm
Little
sorry.
Caesars.
Little Caesars.
I will highly disagree. Little Caesars is the best pizza you could have.
The best affordable.
No. The best tasting pizza, in my opinion, when and only when it is fresh.
You look like Donald Trump, dude.
Carlos, we can't take you seriously now. All right, we can't take you seriously now. Those little hand things. we can't-
Yeah.
No. Once
Fake
the
news.
pizza gets cold, you can't go.
Fake,
But you
fake
can never go-
podcast. Fake
you can never go wrong with Pizza Hut or like the big chains because even when it gets cold, you can reheat it and it just tastes just
that's the difference. That's the difference.
But it tastes like cardboard.
So,
No, I'm
yeah,
okay.
that's true.
Here's
Yeah.
about
True.
food. I'm notorious about food. Okay, I'm talking about the taste, the texture,
bro.
the smell.
Best cheese.
It's terrible, dude. It's notorious.
He grew up on government cheese, bro. So anything above that is
I
delicious.
guess.
No. Look,
I guess.
look. I like Pizza Hut. I actually prefer Domino's. And I tell you why.
Okay.
I tell you why. I tell you why.
And he called me the oddball for being in Hastings High School.
I tell you why. The amount of greasiness you feel, like you feel it
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I love pizza. Don't get me wrong, but like afterwards, you can feel all that grease just in your.
No,
sausages.
that's true, and then it's true because my cousin used to work there, and he says that there was like a little piece of like the masa,
Oh god.
and then they opened this can of nothing but oil, and they dip in there, and that's how it grows. So literally, we are eating oil.
Look, half of
But
my family.
I just don't want to eat
worked at a
pizza now.
Hut, but well, it's too late. We ordered pizza.
Let's order Papa John's.
Yeah, so you should know. You should know that half of
Yeah,
it is like all
but-
grease. It's
But
delicious.
so I'm saying, look,
It's
look,
delicious.
pizza is really delicious, really greasy, so you feel horrible at the end.
I
You don't get
always
that.
do.
You don't get that from Little Caesars. I mean, I guess
No,
we can argue on flavors.
Yeah.
Like I said, I only prefer Little Caesars if it's a fresh pizza.
I
have a
agree.
couple of-
Okay. I
I
got
would go to Little
it.
Caesars
What-
if I want to get stabbed.
Once it starts
you know?
getting a
It's
little
like
cold,
a Walmart of pizza.
yeah.
Actually-
Once it gets a little cold, you can't go.
Wait,
you can't
there's a Little Caesars over here in Single Ranch.
Whoa. There goes the neighborhood, dude.
and this is just
There
talking
goes
about like
the
the the main
It's
the main
nice,
pizza
too.
chains
Nice.
that we know.
Yeah.
I don't mean the little pop up places.
There's
that
no
we-
line.
Yeah,
Or
but the
homemade
main
stuff.
chains, right?
Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should like buy all of them. Like all 10 of them and just like have it
Mc-
blindfolded.
McBang-
What was the,
McBang-
what was
no,
the pizza
'cause-
that we had?
Huh?
What was that pizza
Oh,
we had?
Marco's
that one
Pizza.
time?
That shit's good.
Which one? Oh, Marco's, yeah.
No, Brothers Pizza.
Brothers
Brothers
Pizza.
Pizza.
Brothers
Well,
Pizza.
it's just depending because Brothers Pizza is New York style, so it's thinner. And
Yes,
Marco's Pizza, we
yeah.
got thick, so it's like supposed to be
That's
like.
what she said.
Like
Uh-huh.
Chicago.
Oh, you know what?
Like
Oh, you
Chicago.
know
Wait, I had
Chicago.
Chicago deep dish pizza. That was good.
Bro,
Yeah,
that
no,
shit.
that's
that
good,
was
that's
really
good.
good.
Yeah, that's
That
fucking
shit looks
delicious.
good, bro.
You know in Italy
I want to go to
squared,
Chicago
right?
just
The
so I can
pizza,
have the name.
the Pizza Hut deep dish, it's alright. After you,
What's
I'm a badass.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
Wait, go back to the topic about animal cruelty.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Or
sorry.
Oh yeah.
Did you
We
have
went from
something to
animal
add?
cruelty to Pizza Hut.
I would say against unless it's for
Hunting.
personal
Food?
consumption. You know, like
Yeah.
But
there's-
even hunting though isn't animal cruelty.
yeah, I mean,
Well, okay, so, but
Well, like okay, but
that,
see,
that was a joke
but
topic.
if
Of
the
nobody's
animal-
for cruelty.
No,
Well,
but we're gonna
no.
but we're gonna take it seriously.
yeah, we're gonna dissect this, man. But like,
Yeah.
what about those people that like last week I saw a guy, they were hunting horses.
Where?
With
Like here in the United
crossbows.
States?
With- yeah, it was
Yeah,
here
in-
with crossbows.
In Italy, they eat horse in Italy.
okay, but see, look,
Poor
look,
horses.
hunting-
Certain
look,
animals you shouldn't. I mean,
I'm not saying going to just like kill
Unless
them.
it's apocalypse.
What makes it right?
Unless it's apocalypse.
No. But that's the thing. What
What's
makes it
off
right?
limits
What
in the
makes what
apocalypse?
Or choose what makes it
Nothing.
right to choose an animal was for consumption, because in Korea they have dog meals that kill dogs.
That
and
is
eat the
true.
meat.
Yeah.
We're talking about
And-
ethics here now.
Yeah, no, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. But what makes
And
it
dolphin. and shit, yeah.
what makes it like we could eat this animal? But
Hey,
not
It's
this
just
animal.
But
based
not
on your
this one.
culture. It's based.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
look, I'm saying that aliens are gonna go. Look, don't eat the dark ones, and they're nasty and they're like way the fuck off. But the white ones are delicious. That's the.
That sounded really bad. So
No, I'm
many
just
ways.
saying. But what makes an animal?
I would think
edible?
I would think the dark ones would be more delicious.
No, that's it. That's the white
Like
ones.
dark
What?
meat is more flavorful, more.
I think that's the pizza.
I'm like, what the
Carlos
fuck?
taking a little brief.
Carlos.
Back.
Carlos is going back to his old job as the pizza. man.
You're so
There you go.
wrong.
Yeah, we have to
You're
remember.
so wrong for saying that.
yeah,
Okay.
we're all gonna hear him.
I know, right?
We go, "Pow!" What the fuck?
Oh man, that'd be terrible,
All the
man.
guns are downstairs, man. I'm not packing right now.
I'm back here right now.
Well, you don't have one upstairs?
I'm never up here. I'm never up here, man.
My shit is- especially
Oh yeah,
on
wait.
my
There's no
bed.
bedrooms here, right?
Yeah, there's two.
There's 2 bedrooms. Wait, where's your bedroom at? Oh, okay. I see. I see.
When he's in the doghouse up here.
Yeah, I got 2 bedrooms.
You slept up here before?
Hell no, never.
I feel like this room doesn't get used at all.
It doesn't. This is the first time I'm using it.
This is scary. I'll be scared to see me up here. I'm like,
Yeah, it's
People
really,
have stayed up here though. They
Yeah?
say it's
What
really,
people? Ghost?
yeah, fuck. You want to talk about ghost stuff?
Is
so-
this is,
Yeah,
it-
we-
is,
That'll be the next topic.
Yeah.
Next topic, ghost.
is this house haunted?
It's not.
How do you know that?
Nothing
you
ever
got
happened?
ghost certified?
How do you know that?
Nothing has ever.
I had
happened.
it christened when I moved in by a priest. With
Okay.
holy water.
It's different, dude.
All right, wait.
The
Can I
ghost
go?
hunters.
All right, I got something. I promise you, this is not fake. All right. So I used to live in North Carolina, and we bought a house. Me and my ex-wife over there in New Bern. Now up there was a civil war. Everyone knows that, right? and it was huge in North Carolina. So when we bought the house, the first couple of days nothing happened. You know, it's just the regular house. But when I go to sleep, I used to dream someone in a gray coat choking me. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. You can even call my ex-wife.
Hey, what? This thing lock itself? Just lock the top knob.
All right, so anyways, one night, you know, I was sleeping at the bedroom. My wife was still watching Basketball Wives, some stupid bullshit. I don't know
I
what
hate that show, man.
It's stupid. It's
Just letting you know, I had to drive home by myself, and there's like a long drive. Like,
Okay.
there's no lights. Okay.
But anyways, and then I woke up
Or
screaming.
you put it
dude.
here if you want.
Oh, pizza time.
Time out on your deal. Hold on.
Yeah.
No,
We're
keep
sitting
going.
right now.
Keep going.
Oh yeah. Well.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
No, but it was just like crazy things, and I'm telling you, man. Like a couple of days later after that incident happened, we keep hearing like gunshots, and we could keep hearing artillery rounds.
Time out from Alan.
So
Old artillery rounds.
all one. And then when I went to the
Cannons,
gas
muskets,
station,
and-
no, I swear to God, when I went to the gas station, I'm not making this up. I went to the gas station and asked the guys, like, man, where's the gun range around here? Because I love guns, I like to shoot guns, and you know I'm all about guns, whatever. And you know, where's the gun range around here? He's like, dude, it's not here in 50 miles. You gotta like drive back to Jacksonville. And I said,
What?
so why do I hear guns? He's like, oh, not this again. I'm like, what? He's like, where do you live at? So I told him my address. He's like, dude, above where you're sleeping at used to be an actual battlefield, and on top of that, talk to the realtor. So I talked to her, and she said this area used to be the medical, like, you know, where the people like did the surgery and died.
Hey, hold on. Hold
And I said, what?
Also, I don't mean to cut in, guys, but I just walked into something.
Yeah.
We're talking about in
Go-
North
go-
Carolina.
Yeah.
His house was on like a battlefield, or not a battlefield, a hospital.
Oh,
right?
so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
were-
no,
you were-
it was in a
you-
battlefield
you-
hospital.
You were
right.
hearing ghosts.
No,
Battlefield
no,
noise?
first-
he was
Sleeping
confronted by a rebel soldier,
Yeah. I'm not kidding you. And you could ask my
Ghost?
ex-wife.
and then he heard artillery and stuff.
Yes. You could even call my ex-wife.
No,
like,
it's not, but
yeah.
I'm just
We're not
making
gonna
sure
do
we're getting it
that.
straight.
We're not gonna do that, Moses.
We're talking about you were hearing.
Yeah, this is North Carolina. Yeah. So I guess we were talking about
Oh,
Ibis'
look,
house.
look at them square
Oh,
shape.
man.
I mean,
You ain't got paper
square-
plates?
No, I didn't
Yeah,
have
it's
to
not-
take it.
it's not.
It's sketchy, bro.
That looks expensive, bro.
Everybody grab a.
That,
Everybody grab a
that looks
plate.
expensive. Give me the round ones. Fine. I'll take the square ones. These are like nice, dude. Damn.
Alan.
Everybody
like-
very careful. We don't want to mess up Norma's plates.
No,
Oh,
these
shit.
plates are for like special occasions and like like Christmas only, bro. It is.
This is
That one's
Bringing out the fine china.
Burger.
I know,
For the
dude.
podcast.
There you go.
The ex would have killed me if I did the fine china. See, look at
I
this.
want to say that's burger.
Fine China is actually still in the. Where's my mic?
It's right there.
Right? Fuck it.
So we got a bunch of gifts from the wedding. The Fine China still haven't been unwrapped.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You got napkins?
And when are you gonna wrap those? Unwrap those, man.
Well, we want to get like a.
Like a cabinet for it?
No, like you know how some houses have two dining rooms.
You want that? Or
Yeah.
You want
One
the
is the
bottom?
breakfast room. The other one's the dining room.
Yeah,
Right.
So we don't have a
It's all good.
dining room per se.
I got you.
Next house probably.
And you know what's funny that many houses in different countries they only have just a dining room and that's also their living room and their bedroom. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna get a slice.
I think we should go out there.
The wings are over here, by the way.
I'm gonna get the wings, man.
And then the sauces are inside the boxes.
I'm going.
Oh, you know what? Fuck.
He kept the tip.
No, I gave you.
So yeah,
Oh, this nigga. Parmesan.
Parmigiano.
Parmigiano. Hey everybody.
I'm good, you're good.
I got red pepper.
So we're eating during the podcast.
This is like the most hilarious thing ever.
That's cool though. I mean,
It's all good. It's all good.
It's different. It's like my gangbang. Was it mukbang? My gangbang. The fuck.
So we finished the cruelty or no?
Yeah,
I want to hear
we're
more.
in Ghost right
Yeah, I
now.
want to hear more
Oh,
about
we're on
Moses' ghost experience.
Okay, yeah.
So
So
check the
was,
guy at the
extra-
gas station. What's up?
So the guy in the gas station was telling me that check the realtor, talk to her because there's a bunch of museums and a bunch of open area, and it was about the battlefield over there. is in North Carolina they had a lot, and a lot of people died because in the Civil War that's the most deaths of Americans dying because it was American versus American. No shit, right? So, anyways,
I mean,
so like I woke up
Holocaust.
screaming because this dude was like choking me, and I told the that time was my wife, man, this dude, you know, I remember seeing his face, his haircut, his musket, like, you know, and then like this musket, yeah, his gun, and he was choking me with his fucking gray coat. And then I talked to the neighbors, and I said, I must be crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know, I probably had like a bad dream. The neighbor said we keep hearing like mortar rounds and like artillery rounds, and it's not like like boom boom boom. It's like one sound echoing, and that's it. But it's like every like 7 to 5 minutes in a certain time of the day, and it's just so freaking weird. And
the day, the same night.
no, it's during the daytime. Yeah, not at nighttime. So yeah, so like ghosts in the house. Not like a ghost, like, you know, like Scooby Doo type. It's like
paranormal.
Yeah, it's paranormal, but it has to be
fuck
like
that.
very
That
specific
shit's
though.
scary too.
Yeah. So
Let me ask you though. Did you believe in ghosts before? Did you believe in ghosts before that?
hell no,
Or were you one of those people that like I don't believe in?
Skeptic.
no. I believe like a lot of TV shows they miscued ghosts and make it like fake. Like, I don't watch that Ghost Hunters or like what was the other TV shows they have? What's the other ghost programs?
Ghost Adventures.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like the shit.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, right. And I'm all thinking like it's ratings, you know, stupid, it's bullshit. But when that happened to me, and that was like 7 years ago. Yeah, 7 years ago when that happened, I was like, damn, never mind. Yeah. So dude, try the wings, man. I'm gonna grab one.
I believe.
mean,
I think ghosts are real.
yeah.
I don't. I'm half and half. I don't think that I would be able to truly believe in something like that unless I saw it.
All right, here's the thing about ghosts, right? How many human beings have ever existed on Earth since the beginning?
Jingles.
And if even like a small percentage of them were ghosts, there'd be like fucking ghosts everywhere. Everywhere you walk, you'd run into a ghost.
That's true.
So that's
It-
not.
that's
That's
the-
not
it's the ones that haven't found peace that are still here.
It's on purgatory.
Because the whole thing about ghosts, it's not that everybody's ever existed as a ghost because you either go to heaven, you go. I mean, if you believe in that, you go to heaven, you go to hell.
I don't.
If there's something that
Or you get recycled.
what is it, unsettled thing before you died, or
you go to
something
light.
you missed something
Oh, yeah,
before you
dude.
died, you
want the
stay you stay in this
You wanna
plane.
get wings?
Keep going, Coco. Keep going.
I got one.
So that would be the difference in ratio between I mean, most people when they die they're ready to
It's
die.
purgatory.
Or we
You're
get
stuck in
recycled.
purgatory. That's all. Everyone's rats, dude. You
At least that's the whole thing about.
My man,
I
dude.
guess but like I said, I don't really.
Where's the love?
Right here, dog.
I wouldn't believe in.
so only some people, some of them stay.
If you have
My
unfinished
under- my-
business,
yeah, my understanding is the one that have like regrets or you're not at peace. When you die, you're not at peace.
Tragic death.
Yeah, tragic death, maybe.
So does that mean most people die at peace?
I guess so.
I think
I don't
most
know.
people make peace with themselves before they die.
Have you seen
or
the movie
peace with
Ghost?
life.
Goes with what's his name?
With the
Demi
husband
Moore
and,
and what's his name? Patrick Swayze
and what's her name?
and
Can't go wrong with Patrick Swayze, man. He's awesome shit.
No, yeah,
Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoopi
You
Goldberg.
remember you seen the movie?
Yeah,
there were still ghosts around, but they can't physically harm you.
yeah.
You have to kind of upgrade to it. I mean, that's just my understanding. Like,
No, Fifth Sense. That's a good movie.
oh fuck that dude.
Sixth
Yeah.
Sense. He was a ghost. And he didn't know it.
The whole time I was like, no fucking way.
Wait, who?
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. Bruce
No,
Willis
you,
is.
you seen the movie, right?
David Joe Osment?
I have never seen that whole movie.
He aged horribly.
Do you guys remember the movie Unbreakable? Bruce Willis.
I have never seen that whole movie either.
No, there's a new Unbreakable. I thought it was the World War II one, right?
No, it was Bruce Willis
Uh huh.
can't get hurt, or he can't die, or something like that, and he's super strong.
That's an old movie, man. I haven't
And
watched
Samuel L.
Samuel
Jackson,
Jackson's in it.
I
Yeah,
haven't seen that.
is very sickly.
yeah.
that. Yeah. I haven't seen that in ages, man.
Oh, that sounds familiar. I can't remember it.
Yeah.
I can hear myself too.
But what about that movie Splice?
No, I have not seen the movie.
That's actually
I don't even know what that is.
with James McAvoy. You don't know James McAvoy?
Remember the movie that he
Xavier, Professor Charles Xavier Young.
Oh, where he's got a multiple split personality disorder.
That's related to that other movie,
Which one?
Unbreakable.
Oh.
And there's gonna be another one.
Hey, pass the wings away, bro.
M. Night Shyamalan. Shyamalan.
Do you know what that movie? What's that with the alien and the little kid?
Signs.
Science.
Yeah.
It would have been a badass movie if he didn't fuck around too much of the suspense of the aliens.
Wait, where's the towels?
What do you mean?
I'm gonna tell you why that movie was stupid.
Signs?
Yeah, Signs. Mel Gibson, right? That one I'm talking about?
Yeah, and Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, let me. Oh, thank you.
I thought it was a great movie. I mean, well, not a great movie. I thought it was a very well done movie.
This is what you have to do.
Up to a
The
point.
last 15 minutes of the movie,
Erase
you already watched the entire movie.
Mhm.
Because the first, hour, whatever,
Yeah, it was really slow.
it was
But,
slow.
I think that was the whole point, though. It's the suspense through the whole movie of.
But the second part,
is it a hoax? Is it real?
here's the thing: if they're not immune to water, like when he threw the water at him and the alien died, the Earth is made of primarily
Well, yeah,
oxygen, water.
Why would they come here, right?
Exactly. So even the script was stupid.
All right, so let's branch off from there. Aliens.
Oh, this is a good
I am a believer
They
in.
exist.
Yes.
Wait, who's gonna go first?
Me.
All right, go ahead.
I started.
Adrian will kick this off.
All right, you're gonna kick it off.
I don't like talking about this topic to a lot of people because people get offended.
You're,
You can eat a
you're in a
dick.
safe spot.
Who gives a fuck?
No, no, it's cool.
You're in a safe place.
I'm gonna get offended.
He's already offended.
well, he knows. We know. We'll go back and forth on this because one, he's a really religious person.
Wait, who we talking about?
Uh-huh.
Okay, you gotta say his name.
Oh, Carlos.
All right, there
Carlos.
you go. Because this is for the podcast guys or the people.
That's
listening.
what I say. I don't like offending a lot of people because it's just it messes with everything, from religion to our existence.
Theory and.
What's up?
My uncle is a priest, man.
I understand.
So I mean, I'm not gonna get offended.
What I'm saying. But,
I thought you were gonna say a joke there.
No.
So the priest walks into the bar,
It's like,
right?
my uncle's a priest. Watch your mouth.
No. Hey,
well-
hey, look, hold on.
Slowly
my bad.
roll.
Look, I'm very religious, and I was just kidding about the whole getting offended. Because I believe in aliens.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, now you do.
But you gotta have a good statement for it though. This is for the non. Go. Adrian,
But yeah,
go,
as you were. I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
Yeah.
it's just like.
as you were.
Yeah,
Like in the military,
really,
as
right?
you were.
I'm like RTC,
Adrian was probed.
That's why I'm always
Very
constipated.
sensitive subject.
Yeah, sensitive. That's a good word for it.
Sensitive.
All right. Go ahead,
I'm
Adrian. Okay, knock it off. Knock it
I mean-
off the ballpark.
I got some already. I mean, I do believe in aliens. I believe in that maybe we are a subspecies of them or something, or maybe they created something for us to grow. But this is a big ass universe.
So you're saying that aliens were here before and that we are some type of
Oh, yeah.
spring, like offspring?
I mean, look, you think about it. This whole galaxy is humongous.
I was about to say that. Dang
It's
it.
so
You throw
fucking.
that.
It's so
This
fucking
universe,
big.
dude.
This fucking universe is just so ginormous, dude. And for us to think we're the center of the earth and that God created
We're
the
not
earth,
the only ones, man.
we're not the only one. It's like really like it's hard. It's hard.
You stole my thunder, but go ahead. You're doing good,
It's
Adrian.
hard to wrap your head around that. God made this land just for us. Maybe God and misinterpretations. Maybe God is an alien. We don't know.
I mean, all right. How many people in this world? 11 billion.
Yeah, roughly. Somewhere.
Give or
Roughly.
take.
So we're the only 11 billion people in the whole universe.
There's
I
a-
refuse to. I refuse to.
It's not possible.
All right. The
7
movie Fire in the
billion.
was it Fire in the Sky or
I've never seen that movie.
no? There was another one. It
Close
said
Encounters.
Third kind?
no.
No, the knowing.
First contact.
No.
God damn. It's
oh,
all these
I know,
movies.
right?
None of them are. God damn.
No. There was a quote saying
First contact
that
is badass, by the way.
it's either we're the only ones in this universe or there's someone else out there, but both of them are equally terrifying. Think about that.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
there's a lot of scientists that say, why are we looking for these aliens? Maybe we shouldn't be looking for them because if we look for them, how do you know they can come in peace?
Exactly.
All right,
Like
so-
the
no, but see,
independence
okay.
theory. Independence Day theory. Yeah.
So I lost, never mind. You know what? I lost my train of thought. Come back to me.
It's just hard to believe that we're the only ones in this whole galaxy, this whole universe that, you know, that religion has a big part of it. I mean, maybe they made it just to calm us down, but I don't know, man.
All right.
It's just not me. Like I grew up, Catholic. My grandma was like hardcore Catholic. My mom kind of branched off for it, but you know, after a while, you kind of like start seeing things, and then like, you know, and then like the Catholic Church gets like ripped on all the time, and you know, like, man, fuck, you know, like religion is not perfect. You know, like it's not.
No one's perfect.
Why are you following it? You know, like it's really hard. I mean,
That's the
religion's
next-
caused a lot of deaths.
That's the next topic.
I'm just saying,
keeping up with topics.
I'm not touching that topic. That's,
Yeah,
I think it's too
man.
extreme.
No, okay, so, all right, so we understand like your background, like, you know, you have really big religious people, and like, okay, so
had-
He was born in a church
yeah, exactly.
I was by midwives.
on a stormy night.
For real?
Yeah,
For real?
He
Yeah,
has
my
no
nuns-
birth certificate.
yeah.
Crazy, man.
I got one, and it's like barely. It's like this, bro. It's like barely. Like my mom has to like hold it and like puts it in this piece of plastic thing. And she has to like.
The guy who delivered you was like, yeah, he
Okay,
was
but-
born.
Yeah, that's all it says. Yeah.
So
It's
did
true.
you ever have any encounters though, like any type of encounters, whether it's like,
When I was younger, I saw. I believe it was a flying saucer. But the
so
way
that's a type 1 encounter,
Yeah.
because there's up to 5 or 6, right? So you did the first encounter, okay?
Yeah, so I saw that, and ever since then, like that kind of triggered everything.
Yeah.
Like, cause I remember I stepping on a rock, looking up. You know, I was like, "Fuck," you know, and I look up, and I saw this shit like I've never seen in my life. Now, you know, by that age, you already seen like airplanes. You seen,
Yeah.
you know, and the way they move. But this fucker was going on the angle.
It was hovering, or
No, it was just like going fast. Like it was not fast, but it was like enough where I could see him, but there was no other
Right.
like indication of lights. It was just like floating, and then you couldn't even hear it. You know, like,
there's no
airplanes-
jets and no. I gotcha. Yeah.
You know how you could hear like airplanes from like far away.
Like the
Yeah.
propulsion and stuff.
Yeah, like, even the fucking propellers. You know, I've heard of biplane before. Or not biplane, but the propeller planes. You could hear from far away, but I couldn't hear shit. And it was in Mexico, dude. And it was like night. So I mean, that's my encounter with like, what I believe was a flying saucer.
Well, Hassan feels like he wants to talk. Like, were you gonna say something?
No, I was just leaning into the mic.
All right. He was like, oh, he wants to talk to me.
He's like checking.
Yeah, check.
So no, I mean, I don't think we are the only people out here, man.
It's hard. It'd be a horrible thing that. I mean, it's just. I mean, and then now I don't know if you know like Tom DeLonge, the rock star from Blink-182, one of my favorite bands. He used to be one of my favorite bands. He started talking to like government officials, and they're like talking about releasing videos, but the government selected the videos, and all the videos is just military cameras.
So you
And
think the military knows? You think the government has?
I believe the government knows. They just don't know how to tell us, and because I mean, we're gonna start asking questions, and the government doesn't have the answers. Like that's gonna figure us out more. Like fuck, okay, you're the government, you're the FBI, you're the CIA, you're everything, and you don't know the answers. Like what the fuck, right? That's gonna freak up everybody. Yeah. So while you're trying to keep it under wraps, kind of releasing it, kind of not, just to like keep us like kind of like okay,
So
what
we
the
can
fuck?
stop asking questions.
Yeah.
Just be quick. No, but you know, the thing is, there's many astronauts and many pilots and many military pilots have seen something and has said they want to tell us more, but even the government and their jobs will tell them not to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know,
Yeah.
I've heard like I don't know if you've seen that video of the retired pilot from the Air Force. It was
The F-
Yeah.
The newest one's the F-16. The F-16
no,
pilot.
the old one was like an old like he was still flying. It was,
Armstrong
To
or
No.
To
the
where he was flying and he saw the
Chuck?
saucers flying.
Yeah.
Chuck.
so
No, it was Chuck. I think it was the old astronaut
it,
back in
it-
Vietnam.
No, it was before that. It's when the propellers still had propellers on the.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, and then like he said, he felt like he's never seen power that fast or anything fly that fast, and he thought at first he
Right.
thought it was like German, because then everybody knew at that time the Germans had already
The
like,
ME
advanced, you know, they were already looking with the rockets, and
Yeah.
but then he realized it wasn't German because it was floating right next to him, and you know there was no indication of German stickers anywhere. So.
Yeah.
So
Damn,
yeah,
damn.
no, it was just like that kind of shit, kind of like.
So
No.
I mean, if aliens have that kind of technology where they're way more advanced than us, then they're probably just like
Observing.
civilized, and they don't want to mess with us till we're ready.
So there was a scientist who was talking about that.
I think we'll never be ready.
No, see, that's the thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
There was a scientist talking about that. There's 3 stages of civilization, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
The third is like the most advanced. We already like.
And we're
interdimensional-
zero. And we're zero.
We're not even at 1.
Yeah,
you know?
we're at 0. I
So
remember that.
so it's like, why are we like, they look at us as we look at cavemen, you know, like they look at us like they still use
They're still
fossil fuel.
prehistoric.
Yeah, and then and then they were like the government. I mean, goddamn, I don't want to talk bad about the government, but I mean I believe they
We're knocking on
have.
the door for our podcast.
When I'm on my way home, I get a fucking black bag over my head. Fucking,
You be a good Guantanamo Bay.
Fucking what was that? 007, butt ass naked in the chair and hit him with a ball. You know?
Oh yeah,
know
you
that
want to
one?
be butt naked?
You know what? For a good thing, Adrian's had a lot of encounters in that
in the-
area,
in my ball
in the
sack.
ball sack. So when they hit him,
He'd be like,
I'm
"That's
they'll
it."
be like,
Do your best.
okay, do your best.
I'm like, actually, I do this every morning, guys. Hit me with the balls
they're
every
gonna be wondering why isn't this working?
I'm like, it tickles a little bit to the left, it itches. No, so you know, they look at us as primitive because we're still using fossil fuel, dude, and like just.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, goddamn, dude. We've been having this technology for so many years, and we're still running on gas. I mean, fucking Elon Musk finally came out with an electric car, and I mean, actually,
Teslas.
wait, hold on. I want to go back. The electric car came out a long time ago, but the government collect those cars and crush them.
Yeah,
I think was it like
that was on
late 80s, early 90s. I want to say.
Dude,
They
look- because
they look like a bunch of Priuses.
the concept
Pretty
for non-fossil fuel energy has been around since like the 1800s.
Yeah.
It just because of wars or whatever
Yeah.
other situations.
and not only that, he said the stocks. I'm telling you because if
No, government has a lot of shit. Like
Yeah,
what?
turn up a little bit.
I mean, the economy is ran on oil, and electric is ran on
Hello?
coal. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Hello.
I know I agree
What
because yeah.
Sorry. Yeah,
Oh,
No, you good?
it's like ruined my
yeah,
train of thought.
that's better.
There you go. I can hear my
My train of thought here, guys. Come on. What the fuck?
All right.
So electric cars, the government crushed them.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, the economy of the United States is oil based. Like I said earlier, is oil and the electricity is ran on coal. I mean,
Well,
it's-
no, I think that's changing now. I mean, it used to be oil and gas driven, but like Hudson and I were talking earlier, I mean, it's not
it's slowly.
anymore.
It's slowly.
Now. It's,
I mean, but why start it now? Why couldn't we start this shit a long time ago?
Money.
Yeah,
stocks, man.
Yeah,
Stocks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck,
It's all about stocks.
I mean, this is
man.
why we're never gonna reach stage 1 by my lifetime.
I thought we
Point
already
five.
got one.
Not even our kids, dude. Not even our
Not our
kids.
kids. You know,
Not even our kids, dude.
fuck, you know,
Maybe
like-
their grandkids.
Like
Maybe.
honestly, like I was telling the guys, like if alien spaceship came, it's like, look, guys.
you
look,
guys are
man.
fucking dumb.
No, like okay, look, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna,
You guys are dumb,
oh yeah,
dude.
that too. Okay, well I'm gonna ask you something. Like, if an alien came down, or the ship came down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, hey, you want to go see the universe?
fuck yeah.
Would you do? But you can never come back.
No,
But you
me.
can never
By
come
myself?
back by yourself. Maybe you could take one person if they want to go. If they can't, that's it.
Nah, I won't go.
You won't go? How about you?
What?
You isn't even
I was
listening.
thinking about going to Earth.
No, like if,
go-
alien,
go-
if, alien, if the aliens
So
show,
as an alien, right? Do you
no,
wanna go to
the alien shows up there in your
Yeah.
backyard, right? And then it's like, hey, you want to see the universe, but you can never come back. Would you want to go?
Hell yeah.
Okay, he said yes. Carlos?
Yeah, I mean,
No, is it yes or no?
Yeah, I'd hop on the opportunity to go into space.
So it's a yes. Is it, you
That's a
can't
hell
come
yes.
back.
Yes,
That's
he's
a
a hell yes.
Okay, he said, how about you?
Yeah.
I can't even stand the thought of a 24-hour flight.
But,
So I'm
but,
not-
but,
I
but,
have
but
to
no,
say
no, no,
no.
no, no, no. But you're dealing with like advanced technology.
Yeah, but
It'll be
Like,
like,
Blink-
it'll be like
I
a
had-
hotel.
Well, look,
Even
look,
I'm gonna
look,
tell you
look,
something.
Look, first of all, if you go into outer space with an alien and their technology to see this what's out there,
yeah, but that's not to your comfort and your needs.
yeah.
How do you
For
know?
alien bodies?
But how do you know? How do you
Hold
know?
on, hold on. Wait, would you go?
Yes, but I'm gonna say my goodbyes. I'm gonna throw my middle finger at many people.
I
But-
wouldn't.
But the
but,
thing,
but that's gonna be
disappear.
like, it's one of those things where like you gotta
but
go
you have
right
to roll
now.
the dice. No,
Yeah.
but you
No,
don't have
you-
to roll the dice because you don't know where you're gonna eat. He's right. You don't know.
Whoa,
out of your
whoa,
comfort
whoa.
zone.
Well, here's the deal. The alien came to you, so he knows about Earth. He knows about oxygen. He knows about
our
you.
body? How about our body?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Well,
well, yeah.
I mean,
like
is he
I
a
said,
abducted couple?
if it's
Kinda
an
gay.
advanced civilization, first of all, we're thinking that aliens like completely
Yeah, it might be
random.
AI fucking machine.
If they've
you
been
know?
around watching us, they know everything about us.
Okay,
I mean,
I'll
we
give you
don't know what
that.
Adrian. We don't know
You
what
know?
they look.
Yeah,
they
but
could
look
be.
at it look at it like an animal in the zoo. We would just be like an animal.
Yeah, in
Like
the zoo.
to make us comfortable, we would be in like a little artificial cage or
That is
But-
true.
a little
Which
But-
is
Exactly
which is
that.
which which
But-
is which
I
is
agree
is
with that.
different from what we put each other in because we
Wait,
put
but do you
ourselves in
think
yeah,
cages.
but at least we can talk to each other and we have like.
Wait, but you
Yeah.
think you would be the only human they would have?
Of course not.
There would
Of
be a
course
couple.
not.
Hey, what if we all said yes secretly and then we all found out we were all.
That'd be so fucking cool.
There you go. Then
How
it's-
about we
then
are
it's a-
right now?
Then it's a party.
Like, hey, Moses, you said fuck you, dude. What's up with that? Before you left,
You know-
You son of a bitch, I'm here
Awkward.
now. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You weren't the only one who got the offer.
Bitch. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, you got to think about it this way. What if like those aliens went to another planet and offered the same thing to those other aliens?
Yeah, because here's the thing. This is a one-time life opportunity. You're gonna die in like in 30 years anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
We're like 30 years old, all of us, right? So I'll say fuck it.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait,
Yellow.
has anybody seen the
Yellow.
movie Valerian?
No.
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 What the fuck?
Have you seen Prometheus?
Yeah.
Yeah. that was-
Yeah,
Good luck.
Prometheus. Yeah, they don't do shit. Those are mosquito hunters. Dude, like Valerian is
It's
what
suicide itself.
it just talks about the advancement. Like it's crazy, dude. It's kind of it starts like a weird movie, but like actually the beginning of the movie talks about how man went to space and they created a space station, and then slowly other nations, kind of join in, and then you see this big ass spaceship land next to the space station, and then they kind of like veer off from that to like meet different kinds of aliens. And it's pretty badass. And the movie is just about like Galaxy FBI's whatever tracking for somebody, but it's a
Gotta
very
watch that
good
movie.
movie. It's a very good. Prometheus is an awesome movie.
Yeah,
too.
Prometheus is a good movie.
I don't
I
know,
saw
I-
Prometheus. Yeah.
I haven't
I
watched
did not.
that for a long time,
That's
so
a
I gotta
really
watch
good
it.
You gotta watch it, bro. It's pretty badass.
That one and the other one that came after,
But you gotta watch
I haven't
Fire
seen
the
that one.
Sky.
part 2.
Fire the Sky is based on a true story because these guys were loggers, right? They were cutting down trees, and then one of their buddies saw this bright light in the sky, and that's where the movie starts. But you gotta watch that movie because it's based on a true story, and they made a book and they did a lie detector test, and it's inconclusive because they don't even know what questions they're asking.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
another thing with lie detector test. I mean, you can't take that lie detector test seriously either. I mean, it's you can't even use it in the court, because that's how like off it is.
It is, and no, it's true because
Yeah.
like
Inconclusive.
Inconclusive
Yeah.
all the time.
And my-
I tell
my
you what
job.
the issue is that so you ask somebody a question, right? Lie detector test, and depending on how you word it, you're changing the person's mind because after
their thought. Yes,
you
their
can
answer thought.
you can physically tell a person, hey, this happened
do
this day. You saw them, they were there, they were wearing a red shirt, this and that or whatever, and just the fact that you put that mind in his thoughts, you know what? They did have a red shirt on.
or what they were doing.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
that's
and
what
so-
lie
and you-
detector tests are.
and so
you
you-
could miscue it, or
Like
you could,
manipulating people's
Yeah,
memory.
manipulating, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're because you're asking this person something this has happened like 6 months down the line.
Yeah.
Their thought process as to what that actual situation was completely it's completely gone. They wouldn't remember that. So all they're gonna remember is bits and pieces of what are being said back to them and what they're making up in their head.
our minds, if you lie to something about something every day, you make yourself believe that. I mean,
That's
our
true.
minds are fucking just crazy, dude. Like it's insane how we could like you said miscue or you could add something to it and like
Yeah.
make you believe that you saw a guy with a red shirt and he was wearing a blue shirt, but I don't like.
Why's
Yeah.
gonna be wearing a red shirt? Why always
And
gonna be red?
that's why I'm like totally against like lie detectors. Are stupid.
Yeah.
What's that show? Brain teasers or brain games or something
Yeah,
like that? Yeah.
that's a good
Oh,
show.
when the
I
guy
like
takes
that
like he changed hats and stuff and like
I
put it
hate,
like,
I hate that show, dude.
show. I love that show.
but it's
I
good.
hate it,
You
dude.
hate it, but yeah, it's also good.
Because I know what's coming up. Because he's talking about some whatever he's talking about. I know it's just gonna like make me think the opposite afterwards.
Yeah.
Like he's just tricking me. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, you actually didn't see that. Your eyes are playing a trick on you. I'm like, whatever. Turn it off.
It's a good movie. It's a good show.
Well, so you're mad because you
Yeah.
know what's coming up.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
do you know what's coming up
It-
every time?
No.
What if he wasn't playing?
But I know I'm gonna be wrong.
You know there's something. Yeah, well, but I mean, but so they're just explaining the situation because unless you hear him say it,
Yeah.
your mind would never think of
Yeah,
thinking
stop being a bitch,
otherwise,
dude.
right?
So you wouldn't leave?
No.
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 He's afraid he'd be in the cage.
Why
I'm
why
good.
why why won't you why won't you want to leave?
I'm good right here.
You don't
He's
wanna,
good in here. He's good.
You know what movie pissed me off? It's a good movie, but pissed me off. Interstellar.
That was a good movie, man.
I know
Why?
it's a
I
good
thought that
movie.
movie was great.
That's a
I
good
just
movie.
wish they went to the other planets.
Yeah, I wanted to see the other planets.
I want because that was a fucking insane concept of like landing in the little bit of water, is big ass wave coming out of nowhere,
That is true.
and then like
And
that,
the time is
the
different.
time is different.
The time
That's
is different.
fucking insane.
But
Yeah,
that's
that guy-
true. That is
The guy
true.
aged like what, 20 years?
Yeah.
The guy, the black
Yeah,
guy that
like-
was up there. Yeah, he did.
It's all the black guy, dude.
He's like, was it how many? Was it 20 minutes or 20 hours? He's like, 20.
Well, but no,
months,
but
like 20 years.
that's explaining the concept that happens when you go in
Yeah.
space and you travel
The
at
time
a
is- yes.
certain distance or at a certain speed, no matter where you're at in the world, whatever. You're not moving in time because time isn't it doesn't run like we
Right.
perceive time a certain way, but depending on the speed that you're traveling, time is different for you. To
Yeah,
somebody
we're
else.
not. I mean, I'm not against that. I'm just saying like I want.
So that's I mean that's
No,
the
yeah,
whole,
no, that's cool. I just want to see the other planets.
Yeah, I want to see what's in there.
That's all I want to see. Like,
I want to see more titties.
Alien titties.
Yeah, dude.
No, but no, yeah, that was a good movie.
I want to see
Yeah.
like how the other planets were, like if they survived or like what's the deal, you know? Like
Do you
But,
think?
I mean,
Do
what-
you think there are alternate universes?
I do believe so.
wasn't the whole Interstellar not about planet? Is the whole point was that they went through
I don't know.
Time.
You went through a black hole.
through
so-
time.
It's
He
a
went
black
he
hole.
went into the future through
And no
through
one knows the
dimensions.
black hole because no one been there and went back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of these are theories. You
Well, I mean,
know?
yeah,
Well,
it's all-
they were saying that how they measure it is by the gravitational forces that's pulling around like whatever
Yeah,
it is. But they were saying that where like have you heard of white holes? No.
Yeah.
I know a white hole.
Glory
but-
hole?
This guy right here, damn dog.
I've heard of white noise.
Well,
Yeah.
supposedly that there's like if there's a black hole, what's not there say there is a white hole on the other side or
Right.
on somewhere.
It's like a
across the
drain.
galaxy.
I mean, you know, the black hole's a drain. Because you say it's pulling all the Earths and all the planets.
we
around.
think
It's a theory. It's a
No,
theory.
no, no,
Allegedly.
I mean, what do you
Right.
mean? That's
But
what
still,
it's doing.
a drain is going somewhere
Allegedly.
still.
Yeah, where's it
Allegedly,
going?
I mean that they
And is
they
it coming
got,
out
like,
complete on the other side?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. So you never know. It's a drain going to another dimension.
I mean, we will never
Or-
say it because they will fucking stretch us to like nothing.
And where's the faucet?
Ooh, damn.
Is that a white hole?
What if it gets clogged up?
Right?
Hey.
Who's
gonna
the
come
plumber?
fix it? Where's the plumber?
Eh.
God, it's the plumber.
All right.
There you go. There you go. Using
got
that
a
G word
plunger?
around, dude. They were using that G word around.
Oh god.
What do you think, Hudson? What do you think about black holes?
He's like black hose or black
It's
hole?
not a drain. It's a compactor.
Oh,
It'll just crush you into little nothingness.
of atoms.
So you don't exist.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Well, I mean,
Damn.
it's-
Sketchy.
Yeah,
He
that's
just
scary.
brought the mood down.
Well, man, it's a good observation. He's like, well,
No,
there
it's
you
good,
go.
it's good.
It compacts you, and that sucks.
Okay, let's say SpaceX came to your door and said, okay, there's this rocket.
No,
We're gonna shoot
On
you.
the way-
no,
on
you
my
work,
way.
you work for NASA. I don't believe you. You're fake news.
You know
Sorry.
what?
Yo,
Wait, this is SpaceX.
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 Yeah, exactly. He worked. They work for NASA.
Oh,
They're
How
partners.
how
What's
would
wrong with
how
that?
would
Wait,
they-
hold on. What's the question? What's the question?
No, so yeah, he said, here's a rocket, here's some food for a couple of months, or whatever.
Mine.
We're gonna shoot you right directly at the black hole, and you could come back.
How
Would
do
you
they know
do
you
it?
can
How
come
you gonna
back?
come back?
You're not coming back. from
Exactly. That's the point.
No.
You don't know.
No.
If you can, would you still do it?
No, why would you? Why,
Fuck.
That's suicide, man.
That's literally suicide.
I don't
All right,
see why.
no, no.
Uh,
You're rolling the dice. here.
So a black hole. You don't know what's
No,
going
no, no,
on.
no.
I mean,
You-
not-
you-
I
you,
ain't doing it to provide data for humanity.
Yeah,
It's
fuck that.
negative.
That's the only reason.
No, but
Negative.
why
And
would
you
you?
have a chance to get to be.
But why
lived.
would you go with
Why
the
would you go
aliens
to
on the
black-
spaceship?
To
No, no,
discover.
but-
No,
No,
this
no.
is different. This is
Because there's science
Jimmy,
that show
you
there's
can't beat me in
science
this.
there's science that
You can
shows
be-
what happens when you go towards a black hole. Black
Allegedly.
hole
But the aliens might probe you.
breaks down everything.
I
I
mean,
mean, you don't know what the aliens are going to do.
Allegedly.
I mean-
no, wait. Black holes.
It's
Allegedly.
not allegedly, bro.
Maybe a black hole
There's
of the universe
there's
is black.
pictures of the and thing that
Maybe.
shows you what everything that is sucking.
Dude,
everyone.
no.
You don't know where it goes, but you know you see how.
No, yeah, but the way they haven't like you could Google it now, but they haven't actually shot a picture of the black hole. They only shot a picture of like what's going around it, like gravitational pull, but not the actual black hole.
Yeah. There's no
Because
There's
you can't-
there's no proof,
Yeah.
like a visual
bro.
proof.
The black hole you're thinking about is just a theory. Someone drew it. It's
They're
just
like-
a
Well, no,
theory.
see, but you're thinking of the black hole as a giant. There's
Like
also,
even
there's like super microscopic black
like a
holes,
black
smaller.
star.
Yeah,
like
no,
a,
there's
like-
like
there-
pinhole black
No,
holes.
no, we're talking about smaller than
like an implosion.
I mean,
or a
like in the movie Interstellar, we don't know if that black hole really looks, or if that's what they really look like.
Is that the
Sure.
one with Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I
that was
mean,
a good one.
I don't remember what the movie basis was, but it was a good movie.
He basically went to a different dimension, right?
Yeah, he went to
Yeah.
the fourth dimension.
anytime,
Right.
and
Anytime.
then
It was like-
He
Yeah,
he
yeah.
crossed through time. And,
Yeah, yeah.
That shit kind of fucked me up a little bit.
I know,
Yeah.
but I don't really think you could.
That
Pass
little
time.
song.
I don't think you could like have a time
Yeah.
machine. It's clearly impossible, dude. A
I
time
mean,
machine.
You can go through. You can go.
You can go forward in time.
Yeah, you can go
Can't
forward
go
in time. You can't go back in time.
Right.
So if there was a time machine, you can only go.
I know what I would do if I could go back in time.
What?
This nigga.
Shit. Never
Yeah,
met my
there you-
ex.
There you go. See, goddamn. Why would you? Why?
Well, Well,
Yeah.
but see, no.
You
but
know where
see-
that was going, dude. He
And
said,
then-
he said it.
No, this is what I would do. In high school, I was very like, quiet and nervous. I know I would have like asked like 3-4 girls out. Like now, I would talk to them right now. You know what I'm saying? I would have the fucking balls.
Hey, if
Moses would do more than talk.
If you could,
I'll do more than talk.
Wait. Would you join the Marines again? Would you join the Marines again?
Shit.
Oh wow.
See, now
Oh.
you gotta think about it. Like,
Damn.
look, because you're saying I would go back and do this and that, but what your experience have shaped you who you are today.
I know that's the thing. See,
So you can't
Shit.
you gotta take it with a grain of sand when you say I would go back.
if you could go in the
Yeah.
future, where would you go? Where would you go? Or what would you
See,
want?
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
want to go. I wouldn't want to go in the future just for the fact that
Would you want to go in the future?
But you won't age.
That's the
Yes.
right
but
question.
you won't age.
Yes.
Yes,
yes.
but you won't age.
Okay,
Yes,
well you won't
yes.
age.
I would like
Yeah.
to see what's in the future.
Yeah,
like,
I would
like
too.
just like what develops. I wouldn't want to go there because
Even though-
you're out of time. Like just think about it.
No, even though like
if you
everybody
would've-
died off, all your friends' family died off, so you didn't age. You went 100 years in the future.
Yeah.
would you still like to go?
Yeah.
You
I
would?
would like
Yeah.
to see what the future like looks like. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to go to the
Oh,
future.
okay. Never mind. I would go to the future. I'm sorry. I'll
'Cause
miss you. all.
you're completely like
You would have to say goodbye to your family and friends.
Even though
Yeah.
you're the same, even though you're technically the same age as everybody of your generation in the future, you're still like not from that time. So it's like not your generation.
I know.
You'll be like, I'm
It's-
from the.
it's
Yeah, where you sleep? Where's your house? Where's your car?
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
You'll be a
It'd be
hobo.
like if you went to high school
How
right
about the
now
hobos right now from the
and
future?
you're stuck there. You're stuck there.
They might be wealthy in the future.
I'd be awesome, dude. That'd be so cool. I'm just saying,
no.
like,
It's like okay, look, you go. So it's the best case scenario for the future, right? We have fixed the future, right? So our we fixed the future. Our grandkids or kids or whatever, they
got something.
made the future better, right? They fixed our mistakes. So you end up in the future, and now you're the dumbest person there.
And nobody would understand
Like that one movie,
growing up in the
Idiocracy.
90s.
yeah. Oh yeah, idiot. Yeah.
That was a good movie, man.
Now,
nobody
best
would
case
understand
scenario,
that.
best case scenario, we fuck up the future and our kids do worse, and
No.
you go back to the future and you're the smartest person.
Here's
there.
another one. You go into the
But-
future. AI is completely taking over.
Oh,
Well, that'd be
now
scary.
you're really no fuck that.
That'd be scary.
Like it's all AI. Like
Hell no.
Oh, did you hear the thing about?
I'll fuck him up. I'll give
oh,
him
we
a
were talking
virus.
about Stevie Weeby, that allegedly, like supposedly, that the AIs made the cryptocurrency.
I think I heard about that.
You heard about that?
Yeah.
Allegedly, it wasn't that one guy.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. But it was a bunch of AIs that
Yeah.
are coming together and to like get us to get into cryptocurrency.
Those
And
motherfuckers-
Invest in it. That's what it was.
invest in
I don't care.
cryptocurrency.
They
So
owe me
could-
money.
That shit's scary, dog.
That's sketchy, man.
I still have stock in it. I'm just saying, just in case.
Is there any truth to that?
Wait, but what would the gains be of AI?
Terminator, dude.
Yeah, I know, but what is their
What-
what do they have to gain by creating?
Well, what do you guys
cryptocurrency
think
that
about-
we would eventually all be in?
What do
Or
you
does
guys?
that mean they have control over us
Yeah,
because of it?
yeah.
And in what way?
If cryptocurrency picks up like a lot of people like you believe that cryptocurrency could be the change of
the currency.
the
of
currency
future?
of the future because it's not backed by banks, right?
Well, I mean, we use
Takes
credit
power
cards
away.
and everything. So
No, I'm sorry.
why couldn't AI, as smart as they are, just take control? Of,
You need an identity to own a credit card or a bank account. If you're a machine and you want to buy shit without being a person,
but again, how does that change from that to us?
well then because you don't need if you're a machine, you can't open a bank account.
But again,
you
but
can buy cryptocurrency.
so I mean, it gives them a little more freedom. But how does that
If you-
have
if-
freedom affect us?
if you invest in cryptocurrency, like a lot of people are are now heading towards, they could fuck with that shit, dude. They could crash it.
they can crash your credit cards too,
Yeah.
and then they fuck with your shit. What's
know
the
what?
difference?
Let me say. I mean, I don't know how to explain it.
I want to
look, if a
go
crit-
back to the future thing.
Okay.
Okay, yeah,
there you
let's
go.
go. Cause,
So, if you did go to the future and you weren't the smartest person, you'd still be a genius, because you think differently than everybody.
Oh, there you go.
but
Ah.
Booyah,
But-
bitches.
but you're okay.
But
like-
would it be applicable
Yeah,
at all?
I mean, you'll just have a completely different approach to a problem, so people will come to you just to see what comes out. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
but
look at this
you're-
problem.
But you'd be
you-
so far behind in like
You're antiquated.
problem
in,
is.
You're
Okay, so
antiquated in your ways of learning.
let's say
Nerds can't play football, dude.
it's
I
like
don't
an
know.
old person now trying to compete with like young kids.
so
in
so
the
let's say
computer
so,
stuff.
It's
So
like
let's say-
it's like your grandpa trying to compete against you in a computer business. I mean, yes, they have a different way of thinking, but how does that go? That's the kind of level I'm talking about. Like, I understand. Like, okay, so like, if we're basing this as we were us competing against like a Thomas
It's not
Edison,
my
Einstein
grandpa
type.
competing against me. More as I've got people my age, right? And we're trying to solve a problem, and I bring my grandpa and see what he thinks, and he'll throw out something completely different way of thinking that nobody's thought about.
How about this?
Okay,
It's
in
like
that
it's,
sense, we can inspire them.
yeah, no, I completely understand. Like, okay, let's just say you have a chainsaw, right? It gets stuck, and you're trying to fix that chainsaw. Your grandpa's like, "Oh, we'll just cut it with a fucking axe," you know, like just go balls in it, you know,
or
like.
even if you don't fall, he'll just spark a different trail of thought that nobody's
Yeah,
thought about.
see, genius.
I would figure the
I'll be a
future
genius.
would already fixed. Like, also.
Like,
You know, I was like, oh, this won't turn on.
Do you have
Let's get
cubicles?
some
I can
gas.
fix?
They're gonna be like, what the hell is gas?
Do you have any cubicles at desk?
Nah, we're open environment.
I'm like, oh, fuck
You
you.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we would have more to learn from them than they would have to learn from us, because we're like, hey, put some gas in it. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about gas? That's not like very old school.
Yeah, but you wouldn't.
Hey, go put some new tires on that car. These cars don't have tires; they fly.
You don't. You wouldn't want to learn anything from like the Amish people or anything.
No, I'm not. Look. I'm
The
not.
Amish
saying,
make
I'm not
really
saying,
good cheese. By
Yeah,
the way.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying.
they
I'm not
work
saying
with the
there wouldn't.
furniture.
Yeah,
they do.
I'm not
Sturdy.
saying you wouldn't be able to contribute. Whatever you know. what I mean.
Contribute.
Contribute.
Damn it, Carlos. Contribute.
Contribute.
Contraband.
Contribute.
Contribute to, you know. I mean, there's always something that somebody can contribute, but
A porn star.
you would fall. At least I would
Yeah.
feel like I'm falling back as a midst of all this. You know.
But see, just naturally being from a different era, your ideas are naturally going to be different. And that difference is what's important because nobody else is thinking like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see your point there.
Yeah.
Damn, he got you.
Bro,
Got him.
Mic
drop.
Gentle mic drop.
Oh wait, no, he was supposed to drop the mic.
There you go.
That's good. All right, so what's the other topic then?
What was the other thing you were supposed to? Cryptocurrency.
Oh yeah, cryptos.
aliens.
No, we're done with aliens.
He's like, I don't want to get into this subject.
Money has a pyramid on it.
Yeah.
Could
And
cryptocurrency?
Yeah.
Did the aliens help make the pyramids?
Maybe.
Well, wait.
here we go.
So now there's a new evidence that found these empty canals underneath the pyramid where they think that's how they help move those big blocks by boat. They made man-made lakes
Yeah.
or
Channels.
Channels.
Yeah, channels.
and they covered them up when they were already like about to finish the pyramid. So
That's actually true.
Yeah.
I saw it on the History Channel.
But why
Yeah.
would they cover them up? I mean, that was water, right?
they made it. They made it just to transfer. Like it's like.
But that's a water source. Why would you close it up?
I mean,
And how you put where you get the water from?
They probably.
Well, I mean, in the water,
guided it from
don't
the ocean or
channels,
something.
don't
But-
channels.
but
No, but
from
that's
a
very
river?
far, dude. Like you're
there's lakes out there and like ponds and stuff, but the water they had, I forgot what
but
Great
now
Lake-
you're taking
see,
more
see,
time
see,
to
but
dig up
Now,
the channel.
now it's dirt and all, but like I said, we're talking about
it
like
was like back then.
Well,
right?
but let's go way
thousands
back.
of-
Like,
but
okay,
they're
thousands of
covering them
years
up.
that-
All right, but
They're
look-
covering them up over the.
there's 7 continents, man,
Uh-huh.
and they all have mostly pyramid designs.
Do they?
So, I mean,
Yeah.
for the most part,
Aztecs, the one
Mayans,
from China,
Aztecs,
the
Chinese.
Mayans, yeah,
That's
Okay,
true.
okay.
That's
yeah,
true.
Egyptians.
Atlantis.
So you, come on, man, aliens have to be involved somehow.
that one's not there anymore.
That's true.
Because they
they
never
found
talk to each other, right?
How-
Google
how
Maps
are they
found
gonna-
it, bro.
You know what I mean?
Google
Maybe
Maps
it's
found
just a
it.
sturdy
Google Maps.
structure.
Yeah, but how did the
Wikipedia.
Egyptians- how did the Egyptians, have the same pyramids as the Mayans or whatever?
And they never talk to each other. And they've never
Yeah.
seen each other. And Columbus is the only one.
or
that
do they,
went
or
from
do
here to
they?
there.
Maybe they did.
Before?
Well,
Maybe the alien gave him
Those-
a hitched ride to.
Maybe the alien
Mexico.
came down and said, "Hey, I'll take you to go around the world. You want to
I'm
go?"
like, oh, hey man, that's a good pyramid. Hey, let's go talk to homeboy in the Aztec area. Like, all right, cool.
Hey, pinche vato.
Hey, what's like? Let's go talk to Chinese. Like, oh, that's fucked up. That's sorry.
Now, wait, were all those during the same time period?
Oh, man, I don't know.
We don't know, dude.
Yeah.
See, that's what you got. So if they were all during the same time period, they could have all like been linked together.
Well, it's true, and
That's because the Earth was different. There would have been more polar caps
Was-
where you. Could
yeah,
walk
but when
from
they
one point
talk
to
about them,
another.
they always talk about around the same time, I believe.
Was the Earth flat? Maybe they saw it.
Hey, fuck,
We're not.
fuck you.
It just naturally rounded itself over time.
I don't want to get into that.
The flat theory. Here
Which
we
one?
go again.
This one.
This is done.
Flat Earth theory.
How about the hole in the North Pole? You heard about that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard about
So
that.
hollow
I was gonna
Earth
mention that when you're talking about black holes.
I've never heard of this. What do
Didn't
y'all
they say that there was like some Nazis down there? Or?
Yeah, no.
That's in Argentina. I thought the Nazis went to Argentina.
Okay,
Somebody's gonna have to educate me over
Okay,
here.
we're about to brain fuck.
Someone's on-
Oh, hold on, Jimmy.
Like a sub-Earth.
I knew about that before I watched TV Weeby.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, most of the stuff I knew about, except for one about I forget what's it, the reptilians. That was kind of weird.
Yeah,
I
so
don't get
the thing is, the theory is that the North Pole, when you're looking at like satellite photos and stuff like that, is
Cropped.
there's always like that little blacked out area.
Yeah.
Isn't it because it's a missile silo?
I don't
No.
know.
Because the
We don't
United
know.
States,
And-
here's the thing with Google Maps. There's several maps in Google Maps, several areas they cropped out because missile silos.
They have it blacked out.
Even Area 51, even other.
I
bases.
understand, but when all the world
Yeah.
powers agree not to let anybody close to the North Pole or or Antarctica, all that shit,
Mhm.
kind of fucks with you a little
Why
bit.
not? Like, what's going on, right?
Yeah, like
You have to have
yeah.
special permission. Either you be a scientist
right.
or you have permission by a scientist to let you around that area. That's some
Do you
bullshit.
think maybe they're controlling the weather?
Yeah.
I think they're coming from Greenland. Or was
Greenland.
it? No, what was it? Remember? I forgot what
I don't know.
CERN. Talk about CERN.
So now we're talking about global warming. I already know it.
CERN.
CERN
No.
is the weather
Yeah.
man. It's
No, that's not.
Oh
CERN.
no, that's the big old
Yeah.
the atom thing, and I don't want to get to that because
I
Fuck
think a lot
it, dude. We need to get into it.
Yeah, well, first of all, I think a lot of penguins are dying, and I feel bad about them.
well they
Yeah.
found this big ass fucking like where all the penguins migrate to.
Yeah,
You saw that?
I saw that, and they were South America or something like that. I gotta get it, man. We need a computer here. Someone Google this.
Damn it!
Right?
Pull your
No.
phones out.
And also, there's a lot of
I'm back there.
but I feel bad for them, man, because many of them are dying over there, and I feel bad.
The penguins?
Everyone's dying, bro. Global warming.
No, fuck people. Like,
But
there's
what's-
enough people in this world.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
assholes.
I'll
agree
Yeah, we're
with that.
assholes.
Yeah.
But look, check it out. There's
Animals.
always been many people in the world, and then something has happened that dramatically. Because there's been many mass extinctions where almost
It does it to reset itself.
yeah. So the world it resets itself every.
But you
every
can't
couple
reset a
hundred-
dodo bird. A dodo bird is extinct. Or
No,
the
I
kiwi
said
bird.
I said
Oh.
life. I said,
Oh, life?
I said life in general, not
I mean, dinosaurs
Human.
extinct. They don't,
So
they
do
don't
you,
live
do
now.
you think?
I know, but that's what I'm
or
saying.
do you think nothing should ever go extinct?
Like what, animals? Well, no. Here's the thing that
I think
we cannot. Like I said,
I wouldn't
there's
like it.
I think it's a life base.
It's happening.
It's a life.
I
Yeah,
think
it is
I
that.
think for the right species to take over the world,
right
and we're not.
Well-
Fuck no, we're not, dude.
because
We found atomic energy. And we use it as a weapon. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, but we acknowledge that, and now we're growing from it.
Are we?
Oh, but we-
We
Korea.
are.
No, Korea.
No,
but
actually, they're making amends with the South Korea, but I'm just saying that
today.
we're still at war. People are still dying. I mean, the bombs are still. We're not the right species.
Yeah, but no, but look compared to as many flaws and set to war instinctively like an animal would, because we're an animal. We're the most advanced or the most knowledgeable.
Allegedly.
Well, allegedly.
Says
Allegedly.
us.
remember the Romans? The Romans they already have running water.
Says
They
us.
had
Yeah,
sewage.
They had
so check it out.
infrastructure.
Check it out. The Romans had all this, but they still
The
still
mighty-
fucked
or
up. They,
it
so
fell.
The
so
Black
they,
Plague.
they died because
The black.
they lined all supply with lead.
Yeah,
And,
that's
and slowly went crazy.
The
with,
Black Plague is
I mean-
1/3 of the population on Earth.
the Black Plague was.
I know this because I'm taking Western culture.
The Black Plague was also involved because they killed a bunch of black cats.
What was I saying?
The rats.
The rats were the problem, but they
Right.
killed rats because they thought cats were the problem. The cats were not
And
eating
other
the
animals.
rats.
Right. Other
Yeah.
animals. So that's why I like.
They
cats.
also would.
Smelly people.
I think they had showers back then.
They had running water.
No. I mean, they had the ability to clean though.
Yeah, but
Hello?
what?
Black Plague times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what do you call it? The survivors.
There was shit on the streets. People used to like throw. That's where up came from. They used to like throw shit outside the window. Heads up!
That's right. That's true.
Little fun fact.
Shower, man.
Damn.
Brown shower.
Give them like that scat.
E. coli right away.
Yeah.
Man.
Hell no.
Um,
Yeah.
Can you move the couch up a little bit? Because you're off camera.
There you go.
More?
No,
That's
no.
fine, that's fine.
You asked me a question about the animals, like the Siberian tigers. There was millions of them. Then 100,000. Then 10,000.
Hmm.
Are they also Bengal tigers?
Dude, what
Yeah.
about the one rhino?
And-
It's like the only one
Yeah, that's
white
being
rhino.
24
I don't care about humans. Like I'm a human, no shit. You know, I care about everyone else. But when it comes to like
miniature.
overpopulation,
Yeah.
we're
That's true.
and just like I did my speech earlier today.
Go through Club
I
Creek, bro.
agree.
You see like
Yeah.
10, 20 kids, dude.
I'm sorry, everybody, but I don't care. 2 kids is enough. 3 is a blessing. But after that, man, once you start popping more babies, like that's when it's gonna be a
Adrian, do you
problem.
have a rebuttal?
Yeah.
Mr. I want a football team.
Yeah, I know, Mr.
No,
Coming
no,
from,
no.
Oh
like,
no, I'm
the
sorry, not a
largest-
football team.
I want a parade.
Just a defensive line.
Yeah.
I just want
D-line.
I want a nice solid move.
No.
He
No,
want, he
You need
wants
3
a
people, man.
skilled
No, what do you think? What do you think about that? What do you think
I
about that?
think it has to do a lot about how you grew up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So you think better
people-
countries more kids than
no,
the
no, no,
country-
no. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, like, you go to Club Creek and you have one lady with like 18 kids because all that she wants to do with her, all her husband wants to do is just fuck. You know, like if you have kids, well, fuck. You know, you can't.
It must be a mess down
So
there.
just because they want to fuck, that's right to have.
No,
a
I agree with Moses.
No. But I'm saying like it's just like the environment you live in. You know, like I don't want. Okay, I don't want to have 6 kids. I want to maybe have at the most 4.
Okay.
But you know, I'm not. It's a lot of kids, but I
Yes.
want to like
Because China used to have this law,
the one rule.
but then but people were abusing it. Now they stopped that in 2007.
They
So
were
why do you
not-
want to have 4 kids?
Yeah. What do you want for kids? Just for
I don't
Look,
know,
look. The whole purpose of humans
it's to
or
reproduce.
is to reproduce. It's to keep your
Reproduce.
genes going.
It's procreation.
Yeah.
to keep your genes going. That's life in general. All
Wait,
life
wait, wait.
Yeah.
is
Do
purpose
you
is
think that's scientifically in our blood or in our minds?
in your DNA. That's every single
I disagree.
living.
I
every
just
single-
think I just
I
every-
think
disagree. I
look,
disagree.
Every
I
single
disagree.
living hold on. Every single living organism
next.
in this planet or in this universe that has life, his sole purpose is to pass on his DNA and mutate. And the only difference between humans to anything else is where they're conscious of and we have the option to
Yeah.
Does,
continue or not.
does religion have anything to do with that?
But how do you
That-
know?
I mean,
Yeah, it has a big part too.
I think. Religion, the way
You were
you're
brought up.
raised, is gonna have.
I'm gonna.
An influence. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Those
know
things.
our parents. I'm sorry. I know our parents had like 10.
No, I got one. I had 3.
With 3.
Okay, but some of
the
that you know,
generation.
has to do with cultural relativism.
Our grandparents actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must be the grandparents.
Grandparents,
Yeah,
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 our
yeah.
grandparents. Let's stay with that. I think it's because our cultural is like having kids so they could support the family.
Mhm.
But we're in the age that I mean, if you have more kids, you're gonna be more in debt,
Yeah.
and you're gonna thin, your income.
See, I think it just all depends on how you raise your kids. If you're gonna raise a shitty ass kid that does nothing but steal and
Right.
and want to beat up people, it's just
Well,
that's the deal. You know,
Some
like-
people should not have kids. That's
Yeah,
all I gotta
but
say.
see that whole.
Well, that's having kids for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
No. That's what I'm saying. But
that's
Welfare check.
what?
that's kids.
Welfare check.
That.
Cut him off
But
guard.
no, but like just having kids just for the purpose of having kids.
I want to have kids. I mean, I was wondering like my mom always had 2. I mean 2.
Hey, that's
maybe
nice.
3.
But is it
blessing.
you want to
Right.
have kids or do you want a child?
I want to raise a. You know,
Some people just
wrong with
because
that?
it's time for me to have.
I've been wanting kids for a long time
Okay.
now. I just want to.
But
Why? Why
why do you want a kid?
I want the intimate thing with like you.
He was
said-
a relationship. Right?
I mean, like I was taking my little brother when my mom was stuck in Mexico. I mean, I was thrown into that.
Is it because you want to have the fatherly influence?
Right, that's something
I
good.
never had other influence,
Okay,
and
Okay,
I,
so
was,
there goes
yeah.
the
So
vibe.
you
There goes
want-
the-
yeah, no,
yeah.
yeah,
you want to be able to pass on.
Yeah.
not believe,
something that.
yeah,
was
not
never
believe
given.
like with Benny. You know, I have a big part of Benny's life. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, for a lot of decisions I made in my life was because of him.
Right.
My mom in the beginning with my stepdad. It was kind of rickety rockety, and with my stepbrother being not being around and shit. you know, a lot of my decisions in life were based
On
because
them.
on him.
Yeah.
And you know, like, but that was my little brother. That's not
Right.
my kid.
Right.
You
So
know,
if it was your kid, then you would
I would try to do more. You know, not I won't say I try to do more.
do more.
I would do more. It's just that I believe in corporal punishment by the way too.
Oh, that's another
Capital,
discussion.
capital punishment.
Not
No,
capital
no, no.
punishment.
No, I believe in that too. Like I think if your kids are acting bad, you need to whoop some ass.
Or at least address the problem,
I-
like straight on. You know, like okay, that's what
I-
that's
I-
one that's one
Like-
topic with
Yeah.
me and Steph are like butting heads. I'm like, look,
Look,
we're gonna get
Wait,
married.
you
wait.
got you
She-
got to think corporal punishment. You have to specify the terms of corporal. Like I believe in corporal punishment, but not in the sense that
I'm
we
taking
were.
your day out.
Look, man, I
Not,
got
not in the sense.
I caught all kinds of whoopings and stuff,
Yeah.
man. I turned out fine.
Yeah, but I'm
Did you?
saying-
Did
No, I'm
you?
kidding.
But corporal punishment in the
Stephanie was
sense,
telling me, did you?
not in the sense that like our parents or grandparents got corporal punishment because they usually got whooped every 5 minutes for whatever reason, or we got whooped.
Yeah.
You know, a more of an even basis of look, we're gonna have understanding. We're gonna, you know, I'm gonna try to discipline you properly without.
Yeah.
But if
I'm gonna-
all comes down where I have to tell you, you know, a certain amount of times or something, and you're not comprehending your mistake, then or you know whatever.
Yeah, you're gonna whooping.
No, Andrew, you know.
Oh no, I am,
Yeah.
and I have.
What's your take on it?
Me?
It's only one of us with a child.
Okay.
Yeah, the only
Wait, I thought he had kids.
Like,
No one in this room has
you're
kids
the only
besides me.
you're the only parent in this.
Allegedly.
Jesus Christ. All right, number one.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, by the way, I don't want to have kids.
Hold on, let me piggyback what he said. If your significant other does not believe or does believe and you're the opposite, your guys gonna argue a lot.
Yeah, you better.
I
you have
swear to God, to Muhammad.
No, those some okay.
Okay.
It just means you have.
You don't believe in Jesus?
It just
No.
means you have. You have to win this.
No, but
Yeah, I know, and I'm winning.
Yeah. Okay.
no, but here's the thing. If you guys are set in stone on one thing, it's gonna better work out. Because once she picks up the child and says, "I'm going to my mom's house," dude, it's gonna be a rocky relationship.
No, yeah, like her mom's like, I never hate.
Here's what I do, but I do believe in corporal punishment because I'm gonna tell you why. I worked in many schools, and I see these kids, and the way they talk to their parents is because they
Yes.
could get away. They say they don't give a fuck with their iPad. They can just sit in a room sleep. You know what I'm saying?
My mom to this day, she gives me a look. I'm like, oh fuck, you know. like,
Exactly.
Yeah, same here.
But you still
You know,
love
I'm
your
fucking
child.
31. I'm about to be 31 years old, and she still
You
gives
still
me a
get the look, and
I'm
it's
like,
like
oh,
it's on,
fuck,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's corporal punishment, but not in the way of like I'm gonna be fearing you for the rest. Like you know,
Right, right.
It's not. It's
Well,
not. I'm
it's like a
constantly.
respect.
It's not. I'm constantly beating you.
Right.
And you're not
And leave a
learning anything.
bruise.
I mean, I
And
did,
leave a bruise,
I did
right.
catch a couple extra beatings here and
Because
there.
at that point, you're not. You're not.
nothing
You're
new
not.
for me, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You're
saying.
not-
Like, I mean,
yeah.
I did catch like more than
My fair share.
You know, like more than because I was getting punished. You know, it was like more
Yeah.
that and plus more. You know,
Do you know that all states do not let you do corporal punishment? Do you know that? Not all 50
I'm
states.
sure there's a bunch of liberal
bullshit.
states,
That shit came out of my dick. I'm gonna
No, I'm
beat the
serious.
shit out of it.
No, I'm dead serious. Like,
you heard?
Yeah,
California, one of them. California's one.
I can't speak for that. I don't know.
Yeah, there is, dude.
California is very liberal, brother.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna let you touch.
It's New York. New York too. New York too. You can't beat your shit.
I know. I
Here's the
can't
thing,
speak
though.
on that.
You can be your shit, but you can't be a kid.
Here's the thing, like, see, most adults are not emotionally intelligent. They're not in control of their emotions. So you take this helpless little person, and you've got this person who has complete power over them.
It
You
it
can hit 'em.
depends,
Like,
man.
that's kind of fucked up. I mean,
It is. It is.
I mean,
It depends on the parent because here's the thing: corporal punch. If you're a person that okay, he did something really bad, like he was smoking cigarettes and he's like 7 years old.
I'll beat the shit out of him.
Okay, you're gonna pop him. Okay,
Well, no, see that.
but
That's
it's like
where I'm
it's like, oh,
talking
you
No,
dropped
I'm
my
not
beer,
fucking
you know,
around,
and
dude.
you're gonna hit him for that.
I'm not gonna
You're
do
the
that, dude.
asshole. So I understand where you're coming from. It really depends on the parents. Because not every parent should have kids because some parents, even though they have kids, think they have the right to have more kids, and it's just like, dang.
The mosquito right there.
Oh
Look.
God, everyone wants
shit.
more Cheetos.
Kill it, kill it, kill it.
Yeah.
That's not a mosquito. That's a mosquito hunter.
Oh,
They hunt the mosquitoes.
oh, okay.
I'll let him be then.
Yeah.
All right.
No. See, the thing is, okay, like I'm not gonna beat my kid right away when he fucks up. I'm gonna give him two warnings.
Yep.
2 warnings. If he does not catch him by 3rd warning, I'm gonna give him a thing called pow pow. All right, I'm not gonna take my belt off. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
that's
like
not a-
take my day out of him. I'm just
I
gonna
could kill it right now, but
put like a stern like wait, this is
Jimmy,
part of it. You know, this is
I would
what's
kill it right
happening.
now.
It
Just
don't
end
kill
his
it,
life. Look, I could literally end his life right now. I could literally just.
Hey, he's suffering. You kill him, dude. What are you doing?
He's talking about Jimmy.
Like, what the fuck? I'm
No.
like,
Jimmy,
Look,
watch
guys,
out there.
he's
this
telling-
is the theory.
he wants to kill me.
Is this the dimension where I kill it, or this is the dimension where I don't kill it?
It's a crane fly, is what it's called.
Crane fly. There you go.
Yeah.
What is it doing?
He's eating.
Oh, it's stretching, bro. I swear to God, it's stretching.
Oh, I hit him.
Look,
I
man,
swear-
if
End
it's on
him.
you,
End
if
him.
it's on you, it's
I hit
violating
him.
you. So kill it.
End him.
Jimmy, let me see.
I can't do it.
Pretzel.
I'll kill a man, but I will not kill a fly.
You want to try the
I'm backwards.
caramel salt? Sea salt?
That was good, man.
Did you hear me? I'm fucking backwards.
But see, that's
I
my
was-
thing. I'm not
Or
gonna.
just give him the look, man.
Yeah, no,
Alright,
no,
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 no.
That look
Alright,
came
alright.
afterwards.
I'll
So-
give this mosquito.
Hold on,
look.
hold on. So I think we're like halfway here because I don't think Hudson, but you don't believe in corporal punishment, right?
To a full extent.
I do.
From what I
I believe in it, but I don't think most people in the society are capable of.
I
doing
think.
it.
No, I
that's
agree-
it.
I agree with you.
him.
I agree with
I agree
you.
with that.
I'll say this. I believe it has to be done right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Again, yeah.
people they'll do it wrong. They'll just
Don't
like
overdo
get
it.
frustrated and just hit their kid or something.
Yeah.
like
If
that.
you're
well,
frustrated, yeah.
Yeah.
and that's where I'm coming is.
But if your
you-
kid knows that that's possible, that this guy is bigger than me, stronger than me, and he could get physical with me, and he respects that, he's like, "Whoa, I'm not gonna."
Do stupid shit.
Yeah.
Well, see, but that's what I'm saying.
It's
It's not in a form of
Because
fearing-
you're gonna
it's
cry at
fearing
night.
the-
That's more
you're-
respect.
you're-
Wait, hold on. You're gonna cry at night that you beat your son because you feel bad at the end too. So it
shouldn't-
hurts both people. It really does.
It shouldn't
Yeah.
happen.
It shouldn't happen.
That's
Yeah,
what
you,
I'm saying.
no, that's what I'm saying. I believe
You
in
should
this-
be
yeah,
able
yeah.
to. You should be able to manipulate and control your child without having to do that. But
But
it's
society and
but-
where he
but-
lives has
but-
a lot to do with it, dude.
Huh?
You know, like, dude, your mom doesn't hit you. Fuck that, dude. Yeah, dude.
That's what I mean by corporal. I don't mean that they're gonna be.
So you're
whooped
saying
every,
you want to get
No.
hit so you can be
No,
fitting
no,
with
no,
everyone
no.
else?
It's not that. It's just like some people like, dude, like if they know that they could get away with a lot of shit, like somebody I know, like my stepbrother, he got a lot. He never got hit.
Yeah.
Look where he ended up. He got shot. And he was selling drugs, dude. I mean, I'm
But you
not
could-
I'm
but
not
you
saying
could-
I'm not saying that that's not gonna happen to everybody.
You can go to the other end of the spectrum and
Mhm.
have somebody who gets hit all the time and doesn't learn anything from it.
That is
That's
true
true.
too.
That's
That is
true.
So it's like two.
Yeah, that's getting
But see,
abused. That's the difference
again,
between abuse and
that's
corporal punishment.
so that's what I'm saying. As a when I say I believe in corporal punishment, it's like if I were to have a child, it doesn't mean that they're gonna be hit like every week or every month.
Yeah.
That means at some point in your lifetime, kid, you might have gotten spanked.
Yeah.
So if they got spanked twice in their whole entire
Yeah.
life,
Oh,
that's
well.
still corporal punishment.
Yeah.
It's just you're not every week, every month or whatever. Oh, you're gonna get whooped. It's just look, we tried to discipline you. At some point in time,
Get to the house.
you might have given him the hand or something. Just and then and then you explain again. Look, this is why this happened. I want you to know blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Like what I'm saying is like your kid should never start like screaming and running around the store and knocking shit off the ground. Right?
Oh god.
If that happens, then corporal punishment is implemented. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
that's
Well, okay,
what
here-
it's- but the kid should never do that in the first place.
Right, but here's a
You see what I
curveball.
mean?
How about parents to be like, "Don't spank your kids"? What do you think about that? How about
I-
parents
look,
that will call the cops
think,
on you?
Look, I think I think a parent has all the right to come and tell you, don't hit your kids if they don't have a bunch of kids running around all over the place. Don't come and tell me not to
Yeah.
spank a kid. If you have kids at a Walmart or Target or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
and you have little kids running the show.
But you see
When
that
the,
too.
when the,
You see
when
the
the, when the
kids.
kid when the kid
Yeah.
is running the show, I want this, I want that, or you're gonna.
I got a
do-
cousin
you're
that
gonna
does
do
that.
But you
The kid has the control. No longer, you are no longer the alpha. The kid is the alpha.
That's
But
right.
like you see that you see a kid running around acting crazy, and you see two types of kids. You see the one kid who does that and gets away with it, right? And the mom doesn't do anything, or their dad doesn't do anything. And then you see the other type
Lucy
of
kid's
kid
a piece of
who
shit.
the mom just starts beating him in the middle of the store.
That's
both
different.
kids,
Two ends
both-
of the spectrum.
But both kids acted out and did something they shouldn't have been doing. So in the middle ground, there's kids who just don't do that. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
How
I'm
do you
saying
know?
you gotta talk to the kid, educate him.
Like, how do you know? Like-
I was one of those kids.
You ever gotten spanked?
No, I mean spanked, but not like.
Yeah. Okay.
Beat.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
saying,
Like,
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. Like, there's a difference between spanking and beating your kid.
Yeah.
I think Jimmy's saying that like beating your kid is an emergency response to something. that this should have been dealt with.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
Like,
not.
you-
I'm
you-
not. I'm not.
I believe. I
at
believe in
some
it.
point in time.
I believe in it, but it shouldn't. It shouldn't have to
Emergency.
get to
No.
that point.
No. Yeah. I don't believe in
Well,
beating my.
Because there's a
kid.
lot of lazy parents who just
Oh,
rely
fuck
on
yeah.
beating their kids. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly. That's because of.
Well, that's
Born
because
raised
that's how they grew up. I mean, that's they're like, well, this is what
Yeah.
we grew up. But
I still think he should have no more than 3 kids.
No.
I'm serious.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know,
I'm cool with one of each.
I
Caitlyn,
learned what I
yeah.
like.
Unless you're
from my
trying,
mom.
unless you're trying to like start a some type of
Cult?
superhero team or something like that,
Okay, but no,
and you want to have like you
Yeah.
know a group of kids and
Okay, so we're
spread them
talking about
out
this now?
in
The
the
league.
world, and then
no, but here's the thing. I there's a lot of cults and there's a lot of people on TV that just pop kids, man. It's just like enough with that. I
yeah.
care.
Well,
I
it's
care
yeah, it's
more
a
about
culture, too.
tigers.
Yeah, it's a culture.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying is we just need to stop those cultures from.
Like for me, where I'm
We need
gonna
to stop
stop
'em.
is beating my kid. Or like if I'm like I don't want to beat my kid. You know, I don't want that. You know, I got beat. I don't
You don't want to
my
beat
kid.
your kid, but it's not off the table.
I think
It's not
I
off
think
the
I
table,
think
'cause you're
before
in control, but like
I think before the mindset of like, okay, so if you were there and you're like, okay, my kid's not behaving or whatever, before you beat your kid, which I guess to what Hassan is
See,
the
but
mindset, you should take yourself out of the equation and put yourself in a room and like meditate about it, and if you
Act like an adult. Yeah.
uh-huh.
yeah, and
So
if-
the
and
thing is,
think it all through, and if you're like, you know what,
I
this
got
is
one
my
for you.
alternative, this is my
I know you did.
my thing is, my mom was young when she had me and my sister, so she still had mentality of a kid, and she had little to no patience. So like most of my beatings, I got a little bit more than I need to.
Yeah, because
There
they're
was
tired
pain.
from work.
Yeah,
they're,
yeah.
they're tired from the stress.
But then you look at Benny.
Right.
You look at Benny, my little brother. My mom, you told me straight face. She goes, she barely even touched him.
Hey, do you have like a cloth or something I can put over this microphone? Because the wind is going in there. Just like a piece of material or something.
All right, what was my question for me?
Oh no, wait. Go with Benny. What you
Okay,
saying
yeah,
about
yeah.
Benny.
But the Benny, yeah, go ahead. Just finish it off.
So, but Benny, like my mom, I told my mom like, how come he's not getting spanked? You know, she goes, well, I got a little bit more patience. I'm like, oh, so it was because you didn't have any patience that me and Blanca. She goes, yeah, but you're the most well-behaved kids. I'm like, yeah, but I'm a little fucking scarred for it because of that. You know, I'm a little fucked up.
Dude,
You know what?
Yeah.
I think
Huh?
Benny came out good.
Benny came out good,
but hey, check it out.
but I spanked him. I didn't beat him. I spanked him. But
I think-
he shows my mom tells me, tell Benny not to do this. My mom tells me like, hey, tell Benny to do this, or tell me not to do this. Like she'll tell me to kind of discipline him because he's not gonna listen to her. Why? Because my mom never even like maybe Benny once lay hands on him. But
Yeah.
I grew up with Benny. Benny grew up with me, and like
But your mom
spanked
had
him.
experience, and then she changed her ways a little bit with Benny.
Yeah, but I was the one dealing with him more. Like I'm the one who disciplined him. Like,
So-
like I
Did
told
you
you,
did you
Adrian-
discipline him
Adrian
like
was
your
a-
mom disciplined you?
No.
Adrian was a rough hand.
He's a rough hand.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just-
No, like no.
that's all I'm saying. I was like,
No, exactly. So I used whatever my mom did to me. I didn't
faces
use
you
that to
gave
Benny.
me.
I give him a spanking. I
but
didn't-
you're a little more responsible with. You're a little more
Yeah.
I got two of these.
efficient.
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And look, he came out good.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
what-
sometimes
what
he's a little fucked up.
Adrian's saying like your mom had backup, right, with Benny, you. So typically
Yeah.
when we had
That's
healthy communities, it wouldn't be just like one person's job to raise a kid by themselves. So anytime you have that, you're just gonna have that fucked up situation. where that
What I was
Yeah,
gonna-
that's true. That's
What I
fucking
was
true.
gonna say to Moses was,
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
it's like using
Tear.
deadly force. Like it's necessary when it's necessary.
Wait, we're
But-
talking about cops thing, right?
Yeah,
This is
I'm
law
ju-
enforcement.
I'm doing
Okay.
an analogy thing.
Okay.
So it's necessary when it's necessary,
Right.
but depending on how good you are, you can control if it gets to that point. Sometimes
Sometimes, yeah, you can.
you see what I mean. So like,
Right.
it's, when it's necessary, it's necessary. But
I understand what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you could de-escalate the situation,
Yeah.
and that is true. Every situation you could always de-escalate by being first of all listening, understanding
Yeah.
the victim or
I mean, obviously it's different
yeah.
because you're going into a situation that's already
right
happening.
because
perpetrator.
everyone's stressed. Like,
But
like
if you're comparing it to like raising a kid, you're already there. You're already on scene before it even happens.
exactly, and you could de-escalate the
Yeah.
situation, but there's that very few times where
It's inevitable.
exactly, and that's what it is.
Oh goddamn, fucking Alan's got a shit on me, dude. You're a dick, dude.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. Sometimes it's necessary, but
Yeah.
it should rarely ever have to get to that point.
But I mean, about the kids thing, some parents, like I said, like okay, this is one thing. One time, I was in my patrol car, and I got a call that the kids were outside running around the streets, and these kids were like not even like 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I go to this call, and I see this 2 kids running down the street. So I was like, "Where the hell's your parents?" Well, the dad, he was smoking pot, and the mom, she was nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I understand what you're saying, because instead of spanking the kids right there on a spot, the parents could have been watching over them and being a figure to the 2 kids.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah.
I've been in
There's always
situations where we rolled up on like a medical call, and there was a bunch of parents, like there was like a family, but the kids were in the room, but you're walking over needles and all that shit. There's some
Yeah.
people,
You're always you're walking on eggshells, dude.
Some people shouldn't deserve to have kids, you know, like.
So when you say corporal punishment, you know, when you say yes for everybody, corporal punishment is fine, it's okay. It's like you can't really say that because
it's like
that's like.
So how do you do that? So
it's like owning a gun.
No, but so how do you fix that problem?
It's like owning a gun.
Like owning
not
a gun.
everybody
Right.
should own a gun.
Right.
Exactly.
So how about this? Okay, so how do you do that then for kids?
You got to
Do they-
change the culture.
So they need to go to school for that, or they need to take a test?
I don't know.
How? See, exactly. So what's the theory on this? So how are you
Oh,
gonna
for
fix this
having
problem?
kids?
Yeah, for having kids.
Yeah, they should have to take a test.
Yeah.
They should have to
Wow.
get a license to
Well,
have a
see,
kid.
I think
That,
Okay.
okay. Yeah,
So-
I'll ace it though.
You know, a lot of
Always a
people
bitch.
are gonna go against what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
They'll be
Yeah.
like, you're like, oh, then it's gonna be like the amendment. You know, it's going against your rights. Your
But it happened when women became when
You know
they,
what?
they
You
learned how to
should-
vote.
you
They let them
should-
vote. I mean, it's.
But I could rebuttal that. I'm gonna tell you why.
All right.
Now, number one,
Your own question.
no. Here's the thing, because
I'm not saying
we should
what-
have to. No, we
Okay.
should have licenses for having kids. I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm not saying what should be on the application or whatever yet. I'm
Okay.
just saying
Okay.
there should be some sort of.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because these
Taking
people
the
are
girl.
having kids. They're not paying for child support.
Yeah.
They're not even taking care of them at all. So who's gonna fix that?
You have
Only
to get a license to get married.
exactly. I think
You see what I mean?
I'm being dead serious. I think there should be a license for having kids.
Yeah.
If you had a
You
kid
should
without
be-
a
you
license,
should be able to afford it.
yeah. Well, okay. So what's the penalty if you did have a license, or if you did have a kid without
Dude,
a license?
okay, hold on. Go on. You should be able to afford it.
Yeah.
I mean, kids could come out with problems. You were not prepared for that. What if you weren't prepared for that?
Exactly.
But you should be able to afford like the basic.
Basic, but what if
Yeah.
it's not basic?
Well, I'm not regulating that. I'm just saying you should be able to
No.
at least afford the basic.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But like
Yeah, but you can't
So what
plan
if you
for it.
can't?
kinda
What if you
just-
can't even afford? So what are you saying? Even if you can't afford a basic.
No, like, but that was the. I mean, like,
What if the baby comes out with some defect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to pay for.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
but
the
what
state
if-
will help you.
what-
No,
yeah.
the government will help you.
So you don't.
The
You
government
don't,
will help you.
but
It
you
will.
don't. You don't think that you should at
Yeah.
least be able to afford taking care of a healthy baby?
I could barely take care of myself right now.
That's what I'm
Not
saying.
playing.
So-
I'm fucking around.
At least you're
I can
honest.
take care of myself. Nah.
I can't even make Pop Tarts.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I honestly agree with you about there should be a test and a license to have kids, because many people just have sex and then they have child out of wedlock, and this child is there
My dream.
by itself. Damn, dude.
I'll have a child before I get married. I'm just saying.
No, but you see
It's
what
like a
I'm
down
saying?
payment. I'm just saying.
And then like
Don't tell Steph.
in a child
Baby,
support.
listen.
Yeah.
I'm
She's
just,
gonna hear
I'm
it.
drunk.
Yeah, but I think they should have that.
He's had like 5 beers.
Thanks, Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all gonna count when we see this podcast.
The only issue with that is
Number
his-
6.
historically, whenever you have all these like licenses or tests to vote, they use it as a way to take power away from poor people. Basically, when there was
Damn.
like a
Yeah.
they're trying to making people, they're trying to get people had to register to vote and get IDs, so black people couldn't be. That was a way to keep them from voting. Like no, you
Oh, that was
can't-
back then though.
You can't pass our test, but that's still it's
That's
a
back
tool.
then.
Anytime you have something like that.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
least
Jimmy.
educated people wouldn't
Bro.
be able to participate. Therefore, they would.
Okay, but let me just ask you this question: the
But
least
now-
education.
Now, hold on. Let me. Now, when you said the least, most of the people, like I guess the issues we have. Oh, I don't want to say the issue we have because I think we live in a
Do you
thing,
think
but,
people without any education should have kids?
No, well, see, the problem is that
Yes.
the problem is there's kids raising kids, and then
Uh-huh.
you get,
Jimmy.
and then you get
What?
and you have all these issues.
People without education having kids?
Yeah.
I don't think it has anything to do with it.
Can you afford one? Okay, well,
No, are we talking
What's
about
so
are we-
important about
are we-
traditional
Oh,
education?
Okay, because how about they can't get a job?
That's different. can they afford to have a kid?
Okay, so
If you can't get a job and you can't afford to have a kid, how can you have a kid?
Now, are we talking about
Right.
education in the traditional? I gotta go to through.
We can get a job in education.
K
now.
through 12 and graduate, and then
If you have,
I
a
gotta
kid,
top it
if
about
you
that.
have- If you have a kid,
'Cause-
if you have an illegal kid, I'm saying she's gonna have to go to the government and become a super soldier. That's the only logical
I'm
thing.
saying I'm illegal. What the
'cause-
fuck?
'cause-
What happened to me? I was a child left behind.
but so we're talking about if
You're
we're talking
illegal,
about that
so
kind
you
of
should have
education,
you should have been turned over to
I
the
am a
United
superhero.
States, and you should have become a super soldier.
Hashtag just saying.
Training
bro.
from the age of 1. Yeah.
Hashtag just saying.
You'll be
What was that?
Captain,
Ender's Game? Like that was good. Yeah, kids like
Yeah.
breeding and.
Adrian, you're gonna be captain. I don't know where I'm from.
Bitch, what from all the superheroes you chose that one, dude?
Oh, wait, what's your favorite superhero? Oh, we talking superheroes now?
No,
I was talking about super soldiers.
Well, let's talk about. Okay,
Well,
so
the only
Become a
super soldier is
universal.
Captain America. First of all.
Oh no.
Uh,
Hello. You remember the movie Universal Soldier?
I'm talking about some Dark Angel stuff.
Oh shit.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking
Well,
about.
Going back
Child.
to the thing you were saying, so I think what education means is key, right? Does it mean like
Yeah.
do you have a degree or are you a smart
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
who can
like
think,
intellectual
Competent.
or you can think?
or competent. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I mean by
Yeah,
like
so-
educate, like going to finishing high school and going to college and all that stuff. I don't think that has anything to do with
Do you think I'm educated?
you are?
You think I
You got a high
deserve to
school
have a kid?
diploma.
You have a
Yeah.
high school diploma, yeah.
I mean,
I
that
mean,
doesn't-
no.
I don't think.
Besides that, you think
Like
I'm
intellectual.
educated?
Educated to have a kid, yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. Oh, tear.
Adrian
About
just wanted
it.
to hear somebody
About
say
it.
I just
that.
wanted somebody to say that.
No, because you do want one.
Bitches, I could build a mean ass cubicle. I'm just saying. I could soup your cubicle up. I'm just saying.
I
Even
mean,
if you
look-
didn't finish high school,
look,
there's people
yeah,
who didn't finish high school.
you
There's
know?
people who never even went to school.
I mean, look,
That
even
were perfectly.
And there's a lot of people.
competent raising kids.
You know, there. I remember high school, and there's that idiot that comes in like once or twice a month at school, and he says, "I don't need school. I'm gonna be a mechanic or something." Yeah. He
Yeah.
fucking left, and when you see him in the streets, he's like doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, but see, no, okay. So,
Elon Musk was with.
but
was
hey,
one
look,
of them.
if the kid quit school and then went to be a mechanic, and he's a damn decent mechanic, he
That's
knows what the hell
different.
he's doing. Then okay, let's see. Because the thing is, we're thinking of school as
shit's good.
this is the basis of,
fucking
of somebody's
Yep.
intelligence. You can go through all the way from K through graduating with a college degree and have no idea what the fuck you're doing because all you're doing is basing out of how to take a test, not how to learn.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
I also
Which is the
think
problem with our.
here's another thing I think. This might be going off topic, but I also think there should be more rules and regulations as you live towards the city versus living towards a rural area, country. Yeah.
Mhm.
But now
So,
you're,
eh,
talk-
what-
now
what-
you're talking
what-
about government controlling people.
Yeah.
though.
I think there should be.
Well, if that's the case,
Whoa.
Really?
Wow, that's a
when you
different
when
turn.
you get
the government just like
What-
Jimmy a little bit more.
when you
What
get
is to stop them from?
He wants a job from the
branching
government. That's
further?
why.
We've seen all
You
these.
see Jimmy, FBI.
Jimmy, goddamn it, dude. We've seen all these podcasts that the government's not on our side, dude. Goddamn, no, you're the only one that's control
I
shit.
think- wait, hold on.
as you
Son
get
of a bitch.
as a society gets more
Populated.
condensed in a city form, right?
Okay.
Chocolate.
Where we're all relying on each other and we're all going to the same places for entertainment. We're going to the same places for food. We're getting our stuff all together.
Mhm.
I think you do need to have more control over population.
Just like a prison.
Yeah.
Well, because I think we're meant to.
was
We're not meant to be in as
and
big groups as we
you're
are.
more out on
We're-
the country and you're more spread out, then you can have less rules.
Why?
I just
Wait,
think that's the way to
outside
go.
of whose country?
Or
So-
no,
so-
when out in the country,
So I could go
outside
and
of the
rape
city.
around.
Well, what's to stop that from branching, like going out later to the country,
I think we should. I think we
Well,
should.
that's
live
the
in,
problem is having one set of rules for the city,
and then one
and
for the?
that applies for the country too.
Because
That
you have a
doesn't
lot
make
of
sense.
ordinance. City
that's
has
fucking
more
good.
ordinance
Yeah,
than,
yeah,
than
yeah.
the
Caramel
county.
sea salt. You should try this. This is good.
The milk chocolate is good, dude.
I think.
That's
I
how I
think
feel
it's
about,
we're in too
guns.
big. We're too big of areas or too big of groups of people living together. It should really be condensed to small groups of people living together.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about guns then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there
hell
should be
yeah.
more gun regulations in the city than there should be outside of the city.
Yeah,
Well, but
No.
see, okay, so
No,
if that was the case though, what stops a crazy kid from the country
Go
to
shoot
go
that shit.
into the city?
I got
Or
the answer.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
wait.
I'm sorry. You know what?
Wait,
You know
what's
what?
the answer?
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Uh,
It's backwards. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Because
okay. Scratch it.
obviously
Three
the,
pretzels.
the kid from if there's more regulations in the city, it'd be harder for the kid from the country to take it to the city, and they would also be more knowledgeable in the country because you know they're used to this stuff. But what's to stop a crazy kid from the city who can't do that in the city because of the regulations to wander off into the country and
Answer.
try to go.
Well,
on
people in the
killing
country have guns, so I mean, they're
Answer.
probably.
Answer.
What's
All
the
right.
answer?
You ready for the answer?
Yeah.
I already told y'all two the answer. Security.
There is no security.
Where?
There's less security in the country. You just
Oh
said.
bullshit.
I'm saying
No,
what
in
they
schools.
Should, what should happen.
What just happened in Florida? Okay, so what happened in Florida is 18-year-old.
Coward cops. I'm sorry, not you. I'm saying coward cops.
Okay, okay. Hold on.
If there was adequate security in the cities where people, like I said, they all go to the same place for entertainment, they go to the same place for education, they go to the same place for the. If every place had adequate security, not security like we know it today,
And I'm scared.
but if they all had
Not like rent a cop.
yeah, not like the security
Kind of
that we think
security.
of when we think of security right now, but adequate security, then you could stop all
Let
these
me-
situations.
Let me piggyback what he said. Number one, there was supposed to be a SBO, like a
There
school
was.
school resource officer, excuse
There
me,
was.
SRO. And there was, however, he didn't went inside
Yeah.
while the bullets were pouring. Let's just say that. So
But that's not what I consider adequate security.
no, it's not, because he said it's a coward, and I said the same thing too. And I think the bigger coward it was that sheriff that was defending that stupid bastard, because he was saying that he didn't have to do it.
Yeah.
When he said that, I punched my fucking monitor, and I said that sheriff could suck a fuck, because I was a cop too. You know what I'm saying? And why the fuck you were a cop?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I mean, isn't it time to you to
That's
shine?
what I'm saying is he was probably just writing out.
No, not even that. Like okay, not even a military stance. Let's just talk about a cop, okay? You're a cop, man. Why the fuck you want to be a cop? So you can save others,
Protect and
and
serve.
Serve and
protect
protect.
yourself, and maybe one time pull out your gun and feel like you're doing something to society, a good way, not the bad way. All right. And this dude said
Yeah.
he didn't go in, and that's
Yeah.
why he quit. Then he lied, saying, "Oh, he was just waiting." No, because that's contradicting the first statement he did. And then the sheriff was protecting his fucking ass, man. Fuck that dude, man.
Alright.
Fuck the sheriff that said that. And then he's saying,
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Breathe, breathe.
No, dude.
Breathe, breathe.
I
It says that. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Coming from your background,
right.
Passion in
I
that.
know it's passion,
I
and
know.
and you know,
Yeah.
like we all think the same about you, you know. But just,
Right. I know.
Yeah,
I'm about to hit this one.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, let's calm down, man. Little Marine coming out of you right
I
now,
know.
dude.
Okay, sorry.
Throw
but-
your pores.
I
No.
agree with everything you're saying.
No, yeah, 100%.
And
Ten.
for that, I really think even before you say the 3-letter words that is still in the spotlight, which
I
is
love
the
you.
NRA.
Freeze, motherfucker.
Wait, what? No.
Oh,
he
three
said-
letter?
No, you said three
Three
letter
word.
3-letter words
Oh,
NRA.
straight.
I thought you said 3 words.
I
thought
think I
love
said 2. I'm sorry.
you. Okay.
All right, but even before you could even
Fuck the
talk
NRA.
about that, before you could even talk about the NRA, the AR-15 guns, you
Just saw them all in half.
you're not gonna touch my shit.
I'm gonna touch my shit now.
No, but that cop
Touching
should
my
have
shit.
done
I like
his
there was
job.
one
Yeah.
meme. It was a meme or video, and the guy was like, "I'm so affected by this or whatever. I'm gonna." Or no, he took his AR apart, right?
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah,
he just
the-
pulled a
the-
pin out, and AR. It was just in 2 pieces,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I had to cut my AR in half. I couldn't deal with this. If anybody else wants me to cut theirs in half, like I did mine, just send it to me, and I'll take care of it."
And all you did is just put it apart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he's
not
like-
break it.
So he's like, "Send me your ARs, and I'll do the same thing too." Or
That's pretty badass.
If anyone is willing to destroy the AR, give it to me, and what I'm gonna do is
Keep
put
it.
it in a safe place, and that's it. You know.
that's all they.
Hey, play. I'm gonna use it.
And go to the
And
range.
go to the range and
Hey,
put it
Hudson,
to
what's your
use.
take on this, man?
What
no,
I do want to add, I think you're mistaken about the sheriff. His statement, he wasn't defending the cop.
He was.
No, he was saying that it didn't reflect on him what that cop did. Because he was basically saying that cop, yes, he did the wrong thing. He should have gone in, but that doesn't reflect on the sheriff.
No. He said no. The last one I saw on the news, it was either CNN or in Fox.
Fake news, uh-huh.
Oh yes, yeah, fake news, right?
Yeah, all of
He
it.
said
Fake news.
he said he didn't have to do that, and I remember that because I saw it like 4 or 5 times, almost half a dozen times.
He said that
I thought that's what it was. That they said that the cop
That was like wasn't his
Wasn't
responsibility.
required. Wasn't required. Required.
Yeah.
And when he said that, you are required. It's like being a soldier, like in the military. You are required to like be in the front lines and possibly get yourself killed. If you're not gonna do that, you're gonna be in prison.
Unless you were lied to and think you know to see the world and get lied to and be
Yeah.
in front lines.
No, but I'm dead serious. Like
Say it, dude. Come on, man. Don't hold back, dog.
because even the cop said he didn't go in and he's gonna quit because he didn't not verbatim. Okay, don't quote me on this, but pretty much he didn't have the balls to go in.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And I agree to him. Like, yeah, security. You know, just have a guy secured, and there was.
We need more offensive flaggers.
Did you find something?
Kilo.
You can find it.
So what I was talking about.
Wait. I mean, husband was still like.
Yeah.
What,
Okay.
What's your take
Hassan
on
had
this?
the floor.
Yeah, hit the floor.
So the second thing, and we talked about it before, right?
Yeah.
So if the cop couldn't have done anything with a little gun against an assault rifle, but then we came back to like training. If the kid's
It's not an assault
trained,
rifle.
the cop is trained.
Okay. So let's say the cop was incompetent, was untrained, or whatever, right? Even if that shooter, which was that kid with the AR-15, this guy didn't have any experience on that AR-15. He could do more damage with it.
But you can't really factor that in because nobody knows.
No,
Right.
well, he's still alive, so we could.
We're just talking about what the cop should have done.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. That's fine. So
I mean, okay, so
he should have. No, hold on. Let me answer this question. Let me answer this question.
You have to leave room for maybe he was an expert or maybe he was never.
The cop, right?
No, the kid.
Oh,
the kid.
Also,
You have to
also,
assume maybe the shooter is a highly trained person, or you can
Yeah,
say
right.
he's not trained at all. So the whole broad range of possibilities.
and
But
also,
okay, so-
Hassan, you're
but
dealing
it-
with two guns that are single shot. You know what I'm saying? So like, even if you return fire, the kid was still trying to go hide. Like then that would put something in his mind. Like maybe what if it's another cop?
To a defensive state of mind, yes.
Yeah, to
That
defense
is
system
correct.
mind.
So the state-
That was my
Instead
answer
of-
to him.
So
Right.
instead of like if the kid would have ran, like he walked in, right? Nobody stopped him. He kept going. He kept going, kept pulling the trigger, kept killing a bunch of these students. But what if that cop would have showed up? That kid would have the cop would have put that kid in the defensive mind, and he would have stopped.
Even
and,
look at his uniform, exactly.
Yeah,
Even
he
look
would-
at-
Unless
he
he
would've-
was going in.
if
to-
the cop couldn't
to
even
die.
stop him, if the cop couldn't stop him, at least the kid would have gone to a wall and like hit there for a while.
it would have
Right.
changed his trajectory of where he.
Allegedly, like
Right. And
again, we don't know. Like again, Jimmy said, we won't know what happened, but
Yeah.
like historically, like that's how a human being would act.
Exactly.
If somebody would have stopped him, you want to go hide.
Moses, is that what you're trained to do?
Yes.
To go in, to engage somebody? With
Yeah, because hold on. When I went to the basic law enforcement training, it was here's the thing: domestic violence is different. You know,
Yeah.
two couples arguing. There's always got to be a partner with you. If you go inside the house without a partner, you're fired. I'm dead serious. Okay, but with the shooter, you want to go there as quickly as possible, and exactly what Adrian said is to either completely stop the shooter by all means with deadly force, or to change his mindset to have him withdraw, retreat, or rethink his strategy. That's where you're going at.
So the bottom line is you're supposed to act.
Exactly. You're supposed to act. Now, like I said again, I understand what he said. He wasn't speaking for the department, but still, like for that cop, I want to talk to him and be like, dude, is it because you were like, how many years until retirement? 3 years or 4 years?
And that might have to also put to like think about that too.
Maybe he was stressed out. Maybe he's thinking about his kids.
See,
Dude, I was thinking about my kids.
I can see that. I can see that. If,
But then
Right.
again, you took an
Perfect
oath.
time. That's the thing.
I was-
I can see if that was his point of view, but he shouldn't.
or not,
He
or
was, I
or
feel
not.
like he was just coasting and riding it out, hoping that nothing would happen.
If he wanted to coast, he should have been an admin person
Yeah.
or working.
was going to happen.
So
Exactly.
the- the- the-
Because he
Exactly.
knew in his mind that okay, if
Jesus.
something happened.
Even
I'm
though
not
it's
gonna-
in school, you think that bringing knives, bringing drugs. Come on, dude. You well in Battlefield, like
Yeah.
he should have known better. Dick. Okay, no.
Wait,
What's the actual standard time? What time is it?
It's 11.
I miss y'all.